Welcome to another episode of Roses Are Red podcast with your host, Mrs. Red Rose, her co-host, Sam I Am from the Married Couple Podcast, and AC from Midnight Media.
Hello, welcome.
Hello. I'm like going,
Somebody has to say something. Somebody has to say something.
Rose, you usually start it. Jeez.
I'm watching AC going, no. I'm like, what did I do wrong?
I'm just saying no to her. We're like cracking up over here, picking up wires. Yeah. We're cool
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. And I hope everybody had a wonderful week. Welcome to Friday night's episode, which we are going to deep dive into this wonderful story. But before we do that, we have a special guest on our show tonight. And I'm so excited for the past 2 weeks.
Who is it?
This. I don't know, AC. You tell us who you
They're
have.
coming later?
You want to call him? Text.
Text the people that are coming.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is my wife, Allie.
Hello. Shalom. Hello. How are you?
We're so happy to have you on here. So excited.
I'm happy to be here, guys. I'm happy. I know it's been
So excited.
I know it's been a little work to get me on here. But hi, I'm here. Hello.
You made it.
I did.
Finally.
I made it. I'm excited to see what's going on here.
Here's the thing: nobody watches more true crime than her,
Oh,
so
God, I watched too much
it's really kind of asinine not to have her on at least once. If she hates it, she hates it. That's fine, but I doubt that, right? She can't hate it.
It's just friends talking about true crime and drinking a little bit. I mean,
Correct.
We're gonna do a Zoom call about a hot guy.
yeah.
Oh, now he's hot.
That's what you all fucking said.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
we
he's
did.
hot.
He's a good looking dude.
He has a
3 minutes in, guys.
guy.
Fucking ready to fight.
I apologize in advance for any outburst of violence that he may have because I'm here.
Catalyst, you motherfucking
Oh, I
catalyst.
cannot wait for this.
Oh, yes. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks. Well, actually,
Yes.
way before 2 weeks. I have it written down for
No.
a month prior. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
this
I know.
what's this date?
Yeah.
'Cause like
But
1 or 2 days a week, I have to play, podcast husband to you guys and like give you the hard truth sometimes.
Sometimes you see it
Shake
going
you
on.
guys into no, that's not right.
Right.
know?
I know.
But now I get to actually be my own wife.
Oh God, you want to die on camera too?
well,
part of it.
before we deep dive into the story, there's a tradition we always do, Allie, and that is to take a shot.
And I just
And-
took one.
No, we're gonna do another one. You have to drink the rest of that. Right now.
I will. Don't tell me what to do.
I'm loving this.
Me
So,
too. All right.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers
Cheers.
to crime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, well done.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so it's tight. So,
Pardon me.
so you've seen it. You've seen me do it many times. You've approached the screen many times. How different is it when you're sitting down?
It's weird. It's different. But I'm a team player.
You are a team
And I'm
player,
pretty fucking cool.
and you're really cool. And your best friends out there, right?
I hope. I don't know. How do I know? I don't know.
You won't. You have to guess. You call her, and
Enter the link.
she can also send a comment, and she would be able to interact with you that way.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sandra.
Yeah.
That'll be your first internet comment live.
Don't be afraid to comment, folks, if you're new listening or whatever.
Mhm.
We like to,
Or if
have
you
you
just think
interact.
I'm super annoying.
Yeah, or if you just want to throw a log in the fire,
That too.
throw a log, make the fire hotter. You
That
blazing.
happens too.
Yeah.
We're the unburned.
But I'll tell you this. It was really hard to watch this fucking documentary with her because there was a part, I think the dog barked right when they said what he did. And I was like, did you catch that? He goes, no. I'm like, what do you think it was? You know, like, when they're like,
Right.
people are like, yeah, I heard it. I'm like, well, what is it? You know, you want to test it?
No,
And she didn't know.
I
She was
hear
like,
it.
all right, fine. I didn't fucking hear it.
I hear it.
So right when it's like, she turned him into spaghetti. And we'll leave it at that because
Yes.
people don't know about it. then
He goes, spaghetti. I was like,
the spaghetti part.
that's what. Huh?
I
Spaghetti.
know. We were watching that last night, and we rewound it. Dave goes, "Did they just say like spaghetti?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's, "What the fuck are you doing? What
And
is
then he-
going on here? This is a
Let's not-
crazy one."
Let's not
Yeah.
give away too much. Let's not
No.
give away too much, but yeah. But if people just hang on to spaghetti, but put that in your cap.
Yeah. We'll get back.
We'll get back to you. It's going to pay
We'll
off
circle
hard.
back. Yeah.
It's going to pay off.
Oh, Dave says hello all. This is the Deadpool and Wolverine movie discussion.
No. This is Wade Wilson, the murderer, which
Yeah.
could be Deadpool.
The hot murderer, right, guys? The hot
Well,
murderer.
which could also be Deadpool.
He's made a dead pool of people.
Right.
Right?
Nice.
Woo!
That was good.
You're a natural.
She is.
Yeah, something.
So, Sam, can you take us into the first part of this? I know it's the name of this story is called.
You know?
Words are fucking hard for me tonight now.
Abadee.
Yes, Wade
Oh.
Watson. Is there
Wilson, yes.
or Wilson?
No, not
There we
Watson.
go. Changing name.
That's her
Wade
last
Watson.
name.
That's my last name.
That's her last name. You dragged them into a murder right now, guys. Chill.
Maybe that's
Sorry.
just hereditary. And just,
But yeah, we do have it's going chronologically. I have it here. So if
Okay.
let me know if you have some.
I apologize in advance for the ring light reflection.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Nobody
you're
cares.
fine.
I
It
can't
happens when I wear
read
my glasses.
without them.
I know. I understand.
I'll make it bigger.
Done.
That's what he said.
If you can,
There
that'd
you
be
go. If you
great.
can, that'd be great.
Bruh. No.
You're on fire. You're on fucking fire.
Thanks.
All right. So are you wanting me to start it, or do you want? Okay.
I like that. Yeah, I want to listen.
Okay. Okay. So this all of this happened between October 6th and 7th in 2019 in Fort Myers, Florida. Wade Wilson and his girlfriend Melissa had it does sound like you have some gas problems over there, AC.
It's
I'm
gas.
so
It's gas.
sorry.
Yeah.
Stop moving.
It's fucking gas.
Sit still.
I'm done.
For-
I'm done.
Thank you.
And I
It
realize
made
how
me
I have to
giggle.
sit. I have to sit like this, and this is what it is. 2 hours on the left cheek.
Well, you can move. Just
Just
know
No,
I
don't
might
make sound.
giggle.
Just let me know to mute the mic.
Oh, look who the sound engineer. Look at the sound
Oh, you
engineer.
like
Know how to
that?
mute-
Oh goodness. Okay. So
Sorry.
Wade Wilson and his girlfriend Melissa were out on a date. I apologize. I think they got into an argument. Oh yeah, they got into an argument, and he was like, and he left. He took her car. She was able to find a way home, and she wakes up to a barrage of calls and texts from him saying, whatever, I want to meet up with you. La da 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 da. And she's like, I don't really feel comfortable with you meeting me at my home. Let's meet where I work. At least there's going to be people around, right? He tries to get her. He shows up not in her car. He took her car when he left. He shows up not in her car and tries to get him. Yes. What did I
Teacher?
forget?
No, forget nothing. No. This is in Cape Coral, Florida, right?
Fort Myers and Cape Coral. Yes.
A Florida man.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Florida man.
I mean, it tracks, right?
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
I know.
I was that guy.
So he's like, hey, just talk to me, get in the car. She's like, no, I don't think so. And he physically tries to get her into the car. By her own account, she put her arms up and made it so it was Yeah, she was like, "Nope, you're
I
not
went
getting me in
plank.
this motherfucker."
When she had to even mention the gym at court. Like she was like testifying, and she's like, "I planked."
Yeah,
Just
I
So you
know.
know that I do Pilates and I fucking take care
And
of
I
my
know how to
body.
plank. I know
Right,
how to
exactly.
plank.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So she
Funny.
tried her
This is
damnedest
not-
to not have him get her into the car. Well, then he decided, as her dress is physically ripping off of her body, he opens the door.
Hottest part of the documentary, by the way. Hottest part.
No,
She
He is.
he gets out and they have an altercation. He falls on top of her. The car, because he didn't put the car in park. The car starts rolling away. It did kind of get over like their legs and things. He
Shit show.
proceeds to kick the shit out of her.
Mhm.
Kick
Yes.
the ever living shit out of her. There's people around, and she's hoping somebody steps in, but nobody does. They call the cops, but nobody does.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
That was astonishing to me.
Me too. I was like, what the why? I would have
What the
tried to
why?
step in. Yeah.
What was astonishing to you?
That nobody
nobody
would
was
step in and
calling
help her.
anyone and
I think it's
stepping in.
It's becoming that. The guy's also 6'6", by the way.
Yeah, and,
Right.
like,
He's
200
5'2".
But
Yeah.
he also couldn't. Later we're gonna find out that he couldn't pick up something, and I thought that BS because
Uh-huh.
how strong are you?
I know.
thought
I
you were like
found
big,
that
strong
odd
guy.
too.
I was like,
yeah.
that's some bullshit.
You can't
Yeah.
pick that up.
I know.
So,
So
inconsistent.
going forward, she finally gets away, calls the cops. The cops are there, but he vanishes.
Correct.
Nowhere to be found for a minute.
For a bit.
Yeah.
For a bit.
So from there, let's see. I have notes. I apologize. Kind of a backstory. She had that Melissa, his girlfriend, had been with him for 6 months. They lived together for the first 2 months, and then he got incarcerated. And when he got out, they weren't living together anymore. Based on that, I think she was a little bit afraid. Yet she also said, I was still with him because he never did anything shitty to me, which
Correct.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Didn't
me.
see any
Those are
red
low
flags.
standards.
I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah,
anybody
exactly.
else.
Yeah.
He didn't
to
murder my
me.
mom, so
Right.
We're fine. We're good. He didn't do
plus
Everything
the
was
dick was
great.
fire, right? Like
One of the
that's-
things I found,
dick's fire.
one of the things I found interesting that she said is as he was, beating her up, physically assaulting her, she said there was nobody behind his eyes anymore. So initially when he pulled up, he
Correct.
seemed okay, and then it was like the switch flipped, and he was no longer there.
Yeah, there was no, but even in all of his mugshots,
Yeah,
even from when he was younger, like there was something but nothing there. Does that make sense?
soulless. Yeah, they usually have
Something
soulless
as in
eyes.
the devil.
We see it
and
every week,
nothing
guys.
as in soulless.
We see it every week. We talk about it. Like, look at those beady eyes.
Weird.
it
A
is
couple
the
weeks
eyes.
ago,
The
it was a
eyes.
full guy in uniform. It was a guy in full uniform, like a Marine. I was like, that guy, you feel safer on the guy's like, no.
No,
So they're like something about his fucking eyes, and I was like, okay,
Dude, I mean,
granted,
yes.
fucking, I get it.
Like you can tell when there's like
they are the
this
windows
is
to the
it.
soul, and you can see if there's no soul there.
Correct. You see everything, but you see nothing.
Exactly.
Why is it
The trial
always
was
the
hard to watch.
eyes though? Why is it always every case that we've done? It's the eyes. Everybody zooms into that.
Because
Why,
the eyes
why do you
never
think?
lie. The eyes
They-
never lie.
It's true.
True.
That's
They're the
why.
windows, and sometimes you have to have window washers.
Wait, what?
Who? That's
Any-
all I envision.
Anyway, yeah. So there's an investigation in 2020. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Continue.
right. And
Well, he was caught, I mean, within days, right?
sure, of course.
Mhm.
So they found, or so he left. He went to a printing company where he had a friend that was supposedly working there. Nope, that wasn't it. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I need money. And the guy that was there had met him maybe once, but really didn't know him very well. And he was like, I need money. I got to get out of town. La da da da. And at that point, he said, no, you don't understand. I killed people last night.
So to illuminate that a little bit, he was covered in blood. He was missing teeth,
Hmm.
and he showed up to this
Mhm.
person's place of business
Yes.
and then kind of does that.
Yes.
And they
Which
weren't
is-
even like friends.
They weren't even
like
friends.
No.
acquaintances.
and I know people like that, man. People that just show up. I mean, not like that.
Like,
but,
yeah, I know you.
you know, like some
Right.
people are just
We're
like,
cool, right?
I don't even know you that well.
Right?
Why are
Like,
you
we're like-
here? You know, people who take that extra chance and like, you know what? This is how you make a friend. No, dude, this is how you like really intrusive in my life.
Like, how did
So,
you just show up here?
Yeah.
Well, what I found, what I really liked about this guy is he found a way to, I'm meaning the Josh guy, the
Oh, John. Okay.
Wade. Sorry,
I was
not
like,
you
what?
found
not
a way.
about Wade. I don't like Wade at all.
You found a way. You found a
No
Wade. You found a Wade.
No, no. So he found a way to get away from Wade, and he called the cops
Nice.
immediately. He goes, "This is not correct. This is not right." He's saying, that he's killed somebody. Cops try to show up there, and he's gone by then too. Right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Really slippery.
Yes.
And this is
Yeah.
And I've got
Mhm.
I actually have the person who testified of his friend, according to where supposedly it's friend, but it's not really his friend. If you guys want me to play
That
that
Josh
for
guy?
you. Yes, I believe this
Yeah.
is
Oh, that's
Josh.
relevant. Yeah.
Let's do that in a little bit. Don't you
Okay,
think, before we kind of unveil
no
what
worries.
happens going on?
Absolutely.
No, you're fine. I apologize if you guys want to take it from here because my brain is all over the place.
Yeah. So he's the suspect, right? And witness statements and possible forensic evidence in 2019 is already looking to identify this guy. So he's definitely the suspect at this point.
But the
Mhm.
thing is,
Well-
like, okay, so what is he a suspect of? You have to kind of like go back.
That's
Like,
exactly
what this trial is about.
they-
And that's called the layup. That's called it's called foreshadowing, my love.
Oh, hey, thanks. I'm new in town.
You're good.
I'm new
You're
in
fine.
town. And,
Inquiring minds want to know, AC. What is he a
Huh.
suspect of?
He is a suspect
A
of,
fateful night. He goes out with a couple of people.
with that girl Melissa,
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes.
So Melissa.
with a Hellcat, by the way.
Oh, by the way, the most surprising part is that this woman had a Hellcat. I was like,
Hellcat.
nobody's gonna
I
mention the
know.
fucking Hellcat. $87,000 fucking
I know,
car that he's
right?
driving. It's fucking dope. So
I was
Yeah.
pretty jelly of the car.
Same. I was like, she had a what? Nah,
I want
that little
one.
thing. Nah. Like,
so the exact
He
dates
did
are
what
unclear
to her?
here. But Sam mentioned it was around those 2 days in October. So the exact like I said, allegedly. And
Allegedly.
you know what? Let's set it up. So Christine Melton, 35, and Diane Ruiz, 43, of Cape Coral, went out with a couple of guys. A guy named JR.
um,
No,
well,
Diane
Diane Ruiz
did not.
Yeah.
It was Christine
Christine
Melton and
Melton did.
another friend of hers.
We didn't
Yes.
get her name
We got it, but I don't remember it.
from
Do
the
you?
documentary. I could have sworn it was her.
She
So
even testified at the trial.
who's Diane Ruiz?
Diane was
Oh,
the other girl.
Got you.
That was
My bad. I thought that was the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell the people. And then you can't give it
That
away.
was
This is
that's why I did this.
this case has only been open to the public since 2018.
I don't know if they relived.
Shh. So sorry. So I misspoke there. So the killings, they went out. They do some cocaine.
You said it.
They did cocaine. A lot of people do cocaine on the show.
They do.
I know
A lot.
They sure
God.
a
do.
lot.
So they go out. They go out together, and then
It
they
does
they
kind of dull
party.
your emotions a little bit, doesn't it? I mean,
Just a little
But
bit.
it also hypes you the fuck up. So you're ready to
Mhm.
you're ready to do a lot, but you're not going to feel
Yeah.
it. You have to do much more than you normally have to feel as much. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep.
But it makes bad
If
feelings
it's
into
good
good
shit,
feelings.
no?
If it's good shit, it makes
Mhm.
bad feelings into good shit. Yeah, you feel good. You're like, fuck. It's literally the depression drug for sure.
Mm.
If you have
The
never,
cause or
no,
pure?
No.
What? How do you freebase cocaine? No, I don't do that.
I mean, I just fixed my heart again, so maybe
talking
I
about-
can try.
You're talking about smoking crack?
You know, my heart, my ticker's all fixed.
It's all fixed. You're ready to. You're all
I'm
cracked
ready
up.
to do some rails. Just kidding.
So they go out to this
Just
place.
kidding, I
Actually,
love that.
we've been to the place before. It's called
Buddha.
right, Buddha
The
Bar, and
Buddha
then there's
Bar.
Well,
also
that's where he and Melissa went, right?
Mhm,
Correct. That's how all this
started. But they went first and foremost. They went to that. They went to Duffy's, correct?
Yeah, Duffy was
Duffy's,
involved.
which we have one in Coconut Grove, like right there. I love Duffy's.
Mhm.
So they're all over South Florida, and they went to have a good time, and then they
Mhm.
kind of ended it quickly. It wasn't like a long night, but they go back.
Just a couple hours.
Just a
Enough
couple
to
hours.
get drunk and
Couple
go do
bumps.
cocaine.
Couple bumps.
Yeah.
Fucking stare at your tits and it's on and popping. So
Your tits. You must stare at people's tits.
you stare at people's tits off. You
I
take a
do.
bump of cocaine, you fucking stare at people's tits.
I mean, I
There's no
do it
question.
sober.
Yeah. So they go back to the house, right? And they didn't know where to go back to. And we were talking about this in Florida. We had so many nights, like whose house do we go back to? You know, everybody has a different situation.
Mhm.
So
I've ended up in the parking lot of Taco Bell. It's like,
fuck yeah.
what do we do?
I don't know, do a bump.
Okay, fuck it. Let's hang out
Make
here.
bad feelings, make good feelings.
Sorry, continue.
So they ended up going back to the house where the mom is still at. And the mom was on the couch when they opened up the door. And mom's in the shower cap, and they come through, and mom's not happy that they're home, but she has to deal with it.
Like, who even are these people coming?
Florida people. It's Florida people.
Like-
And so they go back then they kind of party in the bedroom, like we used
Yeah,
to be like,
which was so.
Oh,
mom's
yeah.
like, it shot me back to like Florida because it's like, I don't know, you have to do that.
So, anyways,
So guess who has sex?
guess who does it? Does the sex?
Who does
Oh,
it?
Wade,
and Christine.
Christine.
Yes.
They do
And
it.
do we have a
Bring up
picture of her? By
Yeah,
any
I'm gonna
chance?
bring her up. Yep.
They go and they do it.
I mean, of course, if you're partying and
I
doing
mean, and
blow,
again-
But the other
And
people
again-
are
it's gonna
fucking,
happen.
if you can get it up. Well, if you can get it up. Fine, you can do it. Fine. You keep them. You want to do it? Can you imagine this guy
I got you, babe.
with shut up. Don't touch me. With the fucking with the fucking Joker like heaving on top of you like
Ew. No, but he got those in jail.
Yeah, he didn't get the tattoos yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
I mean, he had some tattoos, but
yeah, but not like,
not like
not like I'm gonna
Holy.
die, right? Got you. Well,
that shit under his right eye. I'm like,
Also,
what are
well-
you doing?
I know.
While AC is pulling up that picture of her, what are you drinking tonight, Sam?
Oh, I am drinking
is
a
the
Bloody
cocktail?
Maria. It's a Deadpool inspired drink. It's tequila. It's like a Bloody Mary only with tequila, and it's flipping
Christine
delicious.
knows.
It looks really good.
It's really good.
I'm
I
having
know. What are you
a
drinking?
michelada. I'm having a
Mm.
michelada. So
Mm.
chili and beer.
I'm like basic. Sorry, I'm doing a Topo Chico. Sorry. I was not knowing about like having to have a mixed drink.
You don't have to.
I like
And,
how, I like how
took it as a requisite.
the swastika really brings it all together.
Yeah, it ties it all
yeah.
in.
Mm-hmm.
And so
And the
this is
G2G on his
And
forehead.
the glory, right?
Yeah.
Glory right
Glory
there.
to
on the
God.
side.
Yeah, you know.
Praise up.
Yeah.
yo. So it just so happens that this is a picture here of Christine Melton. She's
She
pretty-
looks like a nice girl.
pretty- yeah,
She looks like a
nice.
sweet
Yeah.
girl.
yeah, sweet. But
But
she
got
was
bones,
she was
bro.
horny, man. She was
It's
horny.
funny.
It was-
They said people described her as like a joy to be around. She was like
Mhm.
almost like a saint. And I'm like, everybody fucking says that after people die.
well, yeah, they're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say she's disgusting.
Oh,
Mhm.
she
You
sucks
know?
so bad. She was mean.
So allow me to clean up my messy words. So so they went to a live music bar in 2019, right? He went home at that night after with her, and it just so happens that he wakes up, right? And it was like this in the documentary. They said, I just woke up, I turned around,
Mhm.
and I got on top of her, and I started
Yeah.
fucking strangling her,
Choked her up.
Yeah.
choked her out, and not like the good kind of choke out.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I like a good choking.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
when-
a little like
Not to the point of
Well,
death.
No,
but
but
like don't kill
but
me.
pass out.
Right.
Borderline
If
pass
If I'm
out.
choking,
Borderline.
if I'm choking you, somebody better fucking pass out.
Borderline.
Yeah.
Because what am I doing here?
How are you gonna wake me
Right.
up? Are you kidding
And
me?
how will I come? Think about it. So yeah, so they go out,
Tracks.
they come back, and they have the sex. The other people stay outside,
Sitting on the trampoline,
sitting on a trampoline outside.
just
You guys
talking.
watching-
I get it. They're, I mean, not attracted to each other. It's fine.
Yeah, and they went through that a couple times. They were like, "Were you attracted?" to it?" They're like, "No,
Not at all.
Didn't want to do it."
We
must
just
have-
let them bone.
right. So been there.
But the titty twister here is the friend, whatever his name. What was his name? The friend's house with the mom.
yeah, because
Didn't know him from anything.
So-
like from a hole in the wall.
Yep. So the same kind of pattern, like, oh, this guy's my friend. We're gonna go to my friend's house. I don't know this
Yeah.
guy. I met this guy. Like, this guy has no friend.
Right.
Clearly. But yeah, I mean, talk about the dead soul's eyes. This is where it's at right here.
Hmm.
It's in every clip of him, no?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's
Yeah.
arrogant. He has no
Oh,
remorse.
so
Uh,
cocky.
Sociopath.
So
Very
I
much.
knew this was gonna fucking trigger
So
you,
cocky.
Rose. You're
And
gonna be like, I
then,
fucking
like-
hate this guy.
and then it's the perpetual smirk.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, but he would have
Yeah.
that. He would have that if he was out of jail. Well, you think that's hot, right?
No.
Okay. You don't think the
Especially when
smirk's
he's
hot?
like leaning
No,
back.
no,
He's leaning back.
Yeah,
in
and he's
style,
just
he's
like-
just like,
Yeah.
like
Imagine
nothing.
he didn't have the tattoos and he was looking at you. You'd be like, oh my
Like-
god.
Nar. Nar. You
Fuck.
killed
What
two
happened?
chicks.
Well, look,
Right.
he didn't-
Yeah.
You are a dirty,
that
dirty
look would change.
murderer.
I'm just saying if you didn't kill people.
No.
So
You kidding me? You're the next one.
most likely. So
I mean,
So
If
he
that's
strangled
not a
this. He
blocker.
strangled Christine to death in her Cape Coral home, and then, I guess we can get into the trial. I guess is the next thing, and then,
Well, I found it interesting. I say that a lot, but I did that they were talking about his bio dad. So he had been
Uh-huh.
you saw that
adopted,
at length.
and
Yeah. we can talk about that.
so he
I
was
got you.
his bio dad was 14 or 15 when
Something like
And
that.
the bride was, and
and
the
the
mom
and-
was a year
a
younger.
year younger than that, so 13 or 14 when they had
You
him.
couldn't. You're so young. You
And
couldn't
then
even
he
say it.
was
Jesus.
adopted. Was it by
Golly.
her parents or somebody in the family, I believe? But
Somebody that went to church with
Maybe
the
that's
girl's
it,
parents
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen Candy Wilson.
Oh, huh.
Stephen Candy
Yeah.
Wilson, yes. Later in life, so he contacted his bio dad when he was 18. They had maybe met up one time, but really when he would call his bio dad, he would be like, oh, I just need money. Oh, I need money.
Yeah.
it was always, I need something from you. It was never
Mhm.
fostering
The
a
prosecutor
relationship.
would ask him, like, oh, like, how often would you talk to him? And la la la.
Whenever he needs something.
And he's like, maybe once a month.
Yeah. When he needed money.
There he
He
is.
needed money.
I heard that, Dad.
Also,
I can relate.
He's a very yes, ma'am kind of guy. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
also prior to all this, didn't he try 3 years prior to all this going on? Didn't he try to escape prison?
Oh, he attempted. Yes,
yeah,
he did.
him and his inmate, they tried to escape prison.
Through the
and,
window, right?
Obviously, they didn't
Excuse
get
me, guys.
very
Oh,
successful.
you're fine.
Wow.
You are fine.
It
Good.
surprised me just as much as you.
This little button here, I'll save your life.
I mean,
Good
She's
job,
like,
though.
shut up.
when it's coming up.
Yeah, I can't do it. So yeah, he did. He did a stint before, so he's already not a nice fucking guy. But I guess poor poor him. So he walks from that shit and he does his little fucking 3. What did he do? 3 years?
No, wasn't that long?
No. Well, it was 3 years ago when it happened.
Right. I'm sorry. How long did he do in jail?
Like 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did a few months when he was, because he had been with Melissa 6 months. They were together
Right.
too, and he did a 3-month stint and then got
Gotcha.
out.
Okay.
But
So-
then, yeah,
My
But
question is like, who's gonna break out of fucking? Are you trying to dig out of jail? Not prison, jail.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
Are you
what.
trying to break the window? What
What are you
That
doing?
is like
You're getting
bar.
out in like 4 weeks.
are you doing?
You know?
So
Yeah,
4 years ago, they had an interview with him.
that was
in
interesting
prison.
too.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to play a little bit of that from his little interview?
Well, let's
Sure.
kind of, okay, yeah.
Oh,
We'll come back to the dad then.
Or come back to the other person he murdered. Or do we want to tell that first and then talk about, like, go back to his interviews and things? Just to
I
kind of
think you guys-
round out the story,
Yeah,
and then we can
let's
kind
do
of
it.
go back
Correct.
into that.
Move
Does
on,
that
yep.
sound okay?
Correct.
yeah.
So-
go ahead.
The police had tracked him over to Cape Coral. At Cape Coral, they tracked his phone calls to Melissa from Christine's phone number. And
Uh-huh.
so the police from Fort Myers got to her house, and there was Cape Coral police there because they had found her body and she was no longer with us. They went, oh, well, we may know who did it.
Yeah, we have a good idea.
We do, because he was driving her car, which was the Nissan Sentra.
Right.
Like,
I
Black
believe.
Nissan Sentra.
Yes.
Or Versa.
Or
That's
Versa.
the one
It
he
might have
showed
been a
up to
Versa.
that acquaintance to the
Right.
business.
So he had taken her car. An officer. He was parked in a Joe's Crab Shack.
Which is awesome.
I know.
Joe's Crab Shack is so fucking good.
It is.
Yeah.
We had one
Like-
here in Omaha, but it's
not-
probably
you
not
did?
the same.
Oh,
We
so
did.
good.
It's not the
Yeah.
same as getting the seafood down in Florida, I'm sure. We're landlocked.
I was over it.
So are we. So are we. But we get pretty good seafood.
Yeah, you're a little closer. to the
little bit.
ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So he was parked in a Joe's Crab Shack. An officer saw that he was there and called for backup immediately, knowing he was a
The
suspect.
dude, yeah.
The
Yeah,
infamous.
a suspect in a murder case at this point. Dude had a big busy couple days. So
It was a
they- they're-
rampage.
there is video of him, the officer approaching him, and he was like, dude, he was telling Wade, he's like, listen, I gotta wait for my partner, but I do want to detain you. I'm not arresting you. He was being
Correct.
very calm and most
kind of
of-
respectful to the guy too. Like
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, like I don't want you to freak out. I'm pretty sure that he also saw that he was pretty like distraught.
yeah, exactly.
Something
Was
happening.
going on.
And something
Drugs
big,
and
he's a big
mental
dude.
illness.
He's a big dude, so whatever's happening,
It
it's
was
bigger
more
than
like
him.
this.
Yeah. Well, I understand. My ex-husband is 6'6", and I'm
Damn.
5'2", so I understand that
Your
it's weird,
cousin's 6'6".
it's
Yeah.
Big person.
Yeah, a big person. Regardless,
Yeah.
just in stature.
Huge person.
Yeah.
It's like,
My
huge
husband, my
I'm sure
husband's
girls love those
6'3".
I'm 5'2".
My
Yeah.
husband, my husband's 5'3". I'm 5'4". So like my head barely hits like his armpit.
Yeah. So with this, he's saying, dude, I let me see your keys, and as we're watching it, I'm like, oh, he's gonna pull away, he's gonna get away here.
He does it, man. He
And
fucking
he does. He's like,
swerves
"Whoa." and he goes.
He
So
found the perfect little hole.
Yeah, he's like, you're giving me too much leeway, brother. Like, I still am Wade Wilson.
right. Well, as I was
That's
watching
okay.
it, you see the police car kind of in front of his car or the Nissan, and I was like, I wonder if that's enough. And then he was like, skirt, I'm out. So
Do you think if he would have swiped it, do you think he would have kept going? Yeah, right.
yeah, exactly.
He's not was he gonna turn around?
You're already
and
that
leave a note?
invested, right? You're like, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, dude, I hit your car.
I tried.
He's gonna leave a note like,
Yeah.
my bad.
Oh, this is my insurance information.
Love
Right.
you, bye.
Hi, Jamie.
So from there, I mean, at some point, as all of this is going on, he contacts his dad and says, hey, I'm gonna need money. I need to get out of town. Some things have happened.
What else
Initially,
is
his dad didn't believe him because he kind of is a liar all the time.
new? And also a drug addict.
Yes, and also a drug
Yeah.
addict. So he's probably wanting money for drugs or whatever it may be.
Crazy drug addict.
Throughout all of this, that day, the 7th, Diane Ruiz was reported missing. She didn't show up for a shift. She was a 43-year-old mother and very responsible. It was not like her. They reported her missing after she didn't show up. And as he's so let me see here. I apologize.
I think he like he ended up, since he was in the other girl's car, I think he was like, oh, where's the school? Because Diane used to walk to work
Yes.
because the bar that she worked at was so close to her house.
Right.
She was walking and he kind of just pulled up to her. So this is where it kind of gets a little bit even more kind of like sinister
And
in my opinion.
stalkerish.
And more, not even stalkerish because he didn't even know her.
Right.
What I'm thinking is like sadistic, like random.
Definitely
Like I don't
sadist.
care. Like I don't
feel
care
like
who
he
you
got the taste
are.
of blood, like I've got to
You
do it
know?
again.
Yeah, like I'm just
Bloodlust.
I'm looking. Oh, there you are.
Bloodless
Yeah.
is a bitch.
You know
It's
what I
gotta be
mean?
so-
And he was like,
Ugh.
hey, how do I get to the school? And blah, blah, blah. And she was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll show you." Oh, because she needs her right.
You're cute.
You're
Mhm.
cute.
Right. I
Right.
mean,
Look at Ted Bundy. There's a lot of these freaking serial killers that
He was
were
cute.
not bad looking people.
Ted Bundy was-
No.
He was an attractive man.
Mhm.
He wasn't.
Noted.
He wasn't bad looking.
Okay.
Right?
I'll be him for
right.
Halloween.
Agreed. I mean,
I don't
and
know. I don't
there's
find him attractive.
well,
No,
typically
I don't
there's-
find him attractive
no,
either.
but
But he
women,
wasn't. He wasn't a dog.
he wasn't
And
there.
I love dogs.
A lot of
Mhm.
times, a
Aw.
lot of times we're unassuming, you know,
just
or and
Correct.
charming and have something. There's something
Charming.
about them, or
Feeling that you can trust them because they're not an ugly like ogre.
yeah, exactly.
Right, and that's always my point. It's like
You know?
we overvalue people because of their looks.
No,
And those the most
absolutely,
sociopathic because they've never gotten enough in their life.
100%. Because
You
you
know?
automatically want to trust them.
Mhm.
Why? I don't know.
Why? Because they're not a bad looking person.
That was my point with the military people with them, and they were like, I was like, you automatically trust people in uniform because they signed up to do like
correct.
good things.
Correct.
But they were like, nope, a guy's a guy, bro. I don't give a fuck. if he's
Oh,
wearing a fucking
100%.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
that uniform at the end of the day means
diddly
shit.
shit.
Means shit.
And it means shit.
You heard me? Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
It means
I mean,
absolutely nothing.
I understand needing a ride to work, but I don't think I would have gotten in his car.
Into a stranger. Complete.
The killings happened.
wrecked.
The killings
But you know
happened within
what?
2 hours of each
Isn't that
other.
what your parents tell
Yes.
you? Isn't that what your parents tell you?
No.
Stranger danger.
No,
Yeah.
you know what? My dad would. So there's a strip of like just road to get to where we lived, and he would pick up like hitchhikers in the back of the truck. He'd be like, "I just hop in." But when I
Oh.
was a kid, and he just,
Another
I just
time, bro.
remember this shit, and I was like, "But that was, when we were kids."
But you know that guy, and you probably assume like not know that guy, but like you assume that
He
person's
didn't
not
even
gonna.
know him. He
But
was just like, "Oh, I just feel
you
bad
don't
for him.
though.
Let
How
me just give him a
can
ride
you?
to the next town."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Back in the day, maybe it wasn't as so bad as it is now. You know what I mean? Maybe back in the day,
How many
I don't know.
hitchhikers got killed? I'm sorry.
So many hitchhikers.
I don't
got
know.
killed. I was about to say,
I
you know what I always say? It's
We're
always
all
been
thinking
dangerous.
like-
I hear about.
always been
I didn't
bad.
hear-
I'm like,
But
to
you know what I
me,
mean?
it
When
was
I was-
easier to get away with
We're-
it back then.
Well,
But,
that
you know,
is
when you're-
true.
Back
to
in the day,
me,
they killed you
There's
for not
no
believing in the right God.
cameras. There's
You didn't
no
hear it
red
as
light
much as it is
cameras.
now. Now
Correct.
it's like within seconds you have someone pulling out a camera. You have a camera
You
from
do
the
it
ring,
now.
or you've
You
got.
do it now, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You really
Like
do.
you're
Yeah.
a complete.
I don't even
fool.
understand these people being
Like,
criminals. Whatever we
Dude,
do.
there's no smart criminal. Anybody that tells you that there
No.
are, there's not one single one that exists that's smart.
Mm,
Who?
DB Cooper.
But he had to like legit disappear from the face of
I
the earth.
named one. Did you want me to name one, or
Good
did you want me
job.
to like? Okay.
If looks could kill Lacey.
Married
a lot-
couple killers.
I have a lot of people like that.
It's gonna
Sneering at
become the married couple killers.
It's a lot of like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was like, "Ugh."
Just gonna change the names. No longer Red Roses podcast. It's the married couple killers.
They might be coming.
So yeah, and then so like I mentioned, the killings happened within 2 hours of each other,
Mhm.
and they both involve strangulation, which
2
means
hours.
he went on a rampage. In those
He
2
did.
hours, he was like, "Fuck it, I need to kill again, like quick," you know.
And for what? Nobody knows.
Well,
It's
he
like
told his
jacking off and
dad-
being like, "I can do another one."
I know. He told his dad, he goes, with Diane, he goes, I choked her as I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Couldn't even wait.
And with
in and of
Christine, he's like,
itself
I
is a
choked that
feat.
bitch.
Yeah, he choked
Right.
the bitch. And then he was going to try to find a place to burn her or drop her off. Instead, he put her in the, remember folks, spaghetti. He put her in the road and drove her over her so many times her body became spaghetti.
With parmesan cheese.
So he couldn't. So the initial thing was he wanted to get her out of the trunk
Mhm.
and then take her to whatever spot. His bloodlust, I guess, settled down. He was like, oh, his chub went down from
Mhm.
doing whatever he needed to do, and now he wasn't as powerful, so he couldn't lift her out and then
A
take her where she wanted.
6'6",
A 6'6"
200
guy.
plus man.
Fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
You just you're a pussy. Now you're a pussy. Now I know you're a pussy. And he
I'd rather say testicles.
because with a Nissan Versa or with the Sentra or Versa, whichever one it was, I was gonna make a point earlier. They're very low to the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna go? How many times and how logistically? Literally show me how you're gonna go back and forth over a body, a corpse, and liquefy them into spaghetti. Like,
Disgusting.
Like,
you
I
can
just will never
say
like
it,
spaghetti the same.
You can
or
say it.
anything like that, but
or a Nissan.
Like I was hungry.
But you can say it. It's like one of those things, like hyperbolic things, like it's a spaghetti, you know. But like, no. How many times do you have? You have
No,
like,
he said like
hundreds
he
and
intentionally
hundreds.
wanted to do spaghetti.
Yeah.
With her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Spaghetti O's, which I haven't had in so long. I would love that.
That's
Can you
disgusting.
cook them?
Yeah,
Never. I will never cook that in her house.
Okay.
no.
Well,
You can cook it in the house. I'm not gonna cook it in the house.
Just use
You're
a
the
different
chef.
noodle.
Why would you cook?
just use masticholi or penny noodles instead.
Mm.
Anywho, we digress.
You know, I'm hungry as fuck.
I'm hungry.
really
I was gonna
hungry.
make myself a sandwich.
See
but
why I'm
shit
always
got
hungry
late.
when I finish this?
Shit got late.
She's like, no, I'm good.
I'm ready for like a prosciutto with like spinach and tomato sandwich.
That sounds amazing.
A pesto with balsamic. You're welcome. I made that the other night. It was
that sounds amazing.
Question is,
see
were
what
you
happens.
doing it while you're watching the story? Is the
Yeah,
question.
so let's get some murder.
actually was it?
I
Is
think
that
we
the
did.
day I made the
I think we did.
cottage cheese
Yeah.
thing?
I think we were watching the trial, which
Yeah.
and a good call chronologically to put the dad later on because it's gonna make more sense because he's gonna absolutely throw the fucking towel at his kid. He's like, you're
Yeah,
done.
and
You're
I
as-
have
done.
no relationship with him. I mean, how much?
As
And you
you
can
should.
tell. You can
I mean,
tell.
how
Yeah,
much? Like,
However,
how do you say cariño?
love,
Love.
Love? Yeah, I guess.
the closest thing, like
Yeah,
caress,
like,
cariño's caress,
Mm.
really, yeah. Mm.
so.
So,
You know what it kind of reminds me of the Peter Doofus story where he's like telling her, "Hey,
Doofus?
Doofus, yeah,
Do pass.
you don't say his name. You don't say Peter was his name.
What's his name?
I told you about him.
It's Peter
I was-
Doofus.
Like, doesn't-
but we've
I was
made
really
up his
distraught
name.
after the joke.
yeah."
I was
Yeah,
really
that was a
distraught.
rough one.
He cut girl tits off and shit.
Yes, and he's a boob guy.
But he was,
Yeah.
same thing. He was out there
Wrong.
saying,
That's
"Look,
a
I
wrong
need
thing.
help, or I need this, or you know what I mean." Like he was out there, like I can't control myself. It's kind of the same thing with him. He was out there telling his dad, "I'm gonna do this again. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go. I
I'm
can
just
do it
gonna
right
make
now."
spaghetti.
So Peter Dupas did it over 40 years, and he like has
This guy didn't.
hundreds and hundreds
Well,
of bodies.
this guy beat him. He did it.
In
Right. Well,
record
that's
time.
the thing, though.
And he didn't like mutilate it.
The
Well,
US
he mutilated one.
Judicial system is not going to fail the Fort Myers area by letting
Not in Florida.
out Wade Wilson because I mean the Australian judicial system failed that community because they
hard.
kept letting him out of jail. And
Yes. No,
I was so pissed. Remember, I was in the
Yes,
kitchen. I was
he
like,
was
"You didn't
done.
fucking let him out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so pissed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah,
I
it
thought
was
you were
rough.
supposed to have a good time up there. What's
So
some of these fuckers, I'm just saying.
we're kind of at the point
Right.
where there's some forensic stuff happening, and then he's about to be apprehended, right?
Yeah, his dad
Mhm.
his dad says got his address promising to
Mhm.
send him an Uber.
Because he called his dad, right? He called his dad
Mhm.
and he said, almost like wanting him to be as excited as he was,
Mhm.
and he like almost
I
said
think
like,
so, yeah.
right? And he said like, what's going on? He's like, I fucking killed that bitch. I strangled that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mhm.
he heard no remorse. I'll try to find this part. He heard no remorse in his voice, and at the same time, he didn't like. He didn't think he was going to turn him in. He wanted to help him at the first
Right.
light, but then he realized that he was way too far gone.
Well, and he
Now,
goes,
this
"This
is his
could have been my
biological
wife."
dad, right?
Yeah, his bio dad. And he goes, "This could have been my wife or my wife,
Daughter.
my kid, my daughter,
Yeah.
my mom. You know,
And
who
he's
knows?
like, absolutely not. He's like,
I wouldn't
fuck
want.
that.
I wouldn't want somebody who did this to my family to their
As soon as
parents
someone-
not call him in."
As soon as someone calls you to tell you that this is happening, you are now an accessory to murder.
Exactly.
Like
Correct,
like,
because you
period,
know about
right?
it. That
Period.
it's gonna happen.
So
Or
yeah,
it did happen.
yeah, if you value your own time,
No, not no. If
You
it
know.
already happened, I don't think you're an accessory.
Yeah, you are because you're covering it up.
well, yeah, you're covering it up.
Yeah,
Well,
if you don't
correct.
say anything, you cover it up. You're an
You're
accessory
accessory to
at that
murder,
point.
not an
But
accessory
he
to living.
didn't. He didn't cover it up.
He
Correct.
thought about it. So
He
right,
did,
that's what
Well,
we
though.
of course he thought about it.
No, you shouldn't talk. The second somebody calls you and said I murdered somebody, if you call me and say I murdered
But
somebody, I'll be
it's
like,
his
not
dad.
accessory.
Like, so I feel like his father has this kind of like I owe him kind
Duty.
of shit.
okay,
No,
Mm,
I don't know.
I
I
get
don't
it.
know
No,
about
you're right.
adopted.
You're right.
people.
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's
I mean,
that's his
maybe
vibe.
yeah,
That's what I
maybe
mean.
initially he may have thought that, but I think
Yeah.
I think he was like, you know what? For one, we don't have that kind of relationship. All he ever wants me to do is give him money for whatever it is. And
Correct.
for two, he just fucking killed 2 people. So
In cold blood, like without
I would have thought about it. I would have thought about it more if he was a good son. You know.
Okay. True.
or even if maybe if he was like, oh, you know, it was justified, they were coming at me, but I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I probably wouldn't help him bury
No,
the body.
especially
I don't think so.
after you've seen, you know, he's done it twice. Like, would you cover for your kid if
No.
she?
I've heard mothers say that they would
You
do
guys are
anything for their children.
parents, so
No,
don't know.
I would
you?
not.
No, I would not.
I'd be the first one to call the
That was
cops.
thick as fuck. Good.
Really?
I'm like,
Just like-
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I'd be the first one.
If my
I'd be
kid
the
called
first
me
one
and
to
said, yeah, mom, I killed somebody in cold blood and I did it twice and I ran over them and made them look like spaghetti, I'd be like, okay.
and
I
excited
might-
about it.
First of all,
One thing the dad says is that he was excited. He was like goading me into like
trying to be like as
bloodlusting with
excited
him.
as him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'd be the first one
rough.
to be like, you know what? I'd probably set her up so they could catch her at a certain spot.
Oh,
Meet
absolutely.
me there. Just wait for me
Mhm.
there. I'll be there right now. Don't worry.
Well, I
Wait
mean,
for
that's
me
what
there.
he did. He was like,
He
okay,
set him
so
up,
I'm
bro.
gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna send you an Uber.
Mhm.
So that way at the time that he's doing it,
I'm
he's
gonna need
not,
your address.
because if he goes and tells him, oh, you need to call the police, already this kid's gonna turn on him and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna tell you where I am.
Exactly.
But because actually, I feel like the dad is actually pretty smart.
Mhm.
He told him, like, he kind of played it off like, oh, you're fucked up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's
Yeah,
not,
plain and simple. You're fucked up. huh?
you're okay, I get it. Like, you have some stuff going on up here, or nothing at all.
I mean,
And I'm not gonna lay on or like put on to you that I'm gonna like turn you in,
it's the
because
old
then that's
school-
how you disappear. That's how the
Yeah.
kid disappears all over again.
Absolutely.
So he basically was like, all right, I'm gonna help you.
Hold tight. I'm going to send you an Uber. You're good.
I'm gonna send you an Uber so you can get to where I am so that I can protect
you gotta trust, right? You gotta like you have to build that trust first
Correct.
and then do it.
And then it's one of those is like, oh, okay. Oh my God. And can we please talk about the stupid excuses about getting hit in the head playing football?
No, huh?
Didn't they say like in the trial that somebody said like, oh, he has this, that, and the other thing, like mental illness.
They were
Oh, yes.
CTE,
And they did like all these CTs and they were like, he has no
Dude,
brain injury.
if he has brain injuries,
Like, he has
I'm
zero.
melted.
Yeah.
My brain is melted into
He has-
oblivion.
He literally has 0 brain injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so when we were watching it, I asked him because in high school he played.
Yeah,
And I told him, I'm like, question. How many times did you get hit in the
every
fucking
single play.
dome?
I was a linebacker. Every single play.
And I mean, there are times that I kind of look at you and I'm like, oof, that one was hit loose.
Sometimes I feel them.
Like
Yeah.
that one came a little bit
Yeah.
on the soft.
I mean, we're not discounting CTE, but we're saying is like that's a fucking shitty excuse. That's
It's
really
a
horrible.
stupid excuse. And if I'm gonna be honest, his defense sucked.
Well, his original defense lawyer said, no, I don't want to be here.
Absolutely not.
He
You have to have
said, or
zero
what did he
moral
say?
compass.
He
Zero
said
moral
that he wanted to remove himself because of a conflict of interest, said that the relationship was so ruptured that they couldn't move forward.
Mhm.
Didn't he go through like four lawyers? Did he go like through 4 of
That
them?
was his initial one. How bad do you have to be to a lawyer to have them go, nah, I'm good.
Like, oh,
Bye.
I'm good, homie. We good.
This is my living and I'm supposed to do this. And he was like, nope, not doing it.
No, I'm good.
I'm not doing this.
You can keep that over there.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that.
So
That's crazy.
this is kind of like the beginning of kind of like when he gets arrested, and when he's wearing the blue suit. This is like we had discussed this. We really wanted to play this because not only is his face tattoos on display, the sociopathic nature of his eyes,
Yes,
the way he is presenting himself, he looks like a lizard, like in the eyes, not the obvious this, but like the eyes look lizardy.
He's like,
he's just cold and distant, you know. And of course, you have to disassociate a little bit when that's happening to you, because think about it. Somebody's going to tell you either you live or you die, you stay in jail forever, whatever the verdict is. You have to disassociate at that moment. Like I would imagine your soul leaves your body, so you can cope with that.
But you can't say soul.
I'm sorry.
Sure, whatever.
A normal person though, like if hypothetically, I accidentally killed someone and I'm on trial for it. You know what I mean? Or I did, but I shouldn't have, or whatever. Me as a person, I'm going to feel horrible remorse. I'm probably going to be the person who goes, "Yep, it was me. We don't even need a trial." I feel horrible about this. I'm going to repent the rest of my life. People like him have I don't even think he's disassociating. I mean, there's even people who have murdered people in cold blood that still have remorse, and you can tell that, they're worried about being convicted, but there is nothing.
There's nothing there.
Like, and zero. He's one of the Rose. He's like one of your people. Like, you should start making a vision board, or like some kind of like a board of
everybody's eyes.
Everybody's eyes and how they disrespected you, the people in the courtroom, and I was like, you better fucking be sorry, you bitch.
I was thinking of
smirk and laugh, motherfucker.
I was thinking of Barb actually as I was watching the verdict go down, because of her case where the guy had, the like shot collars on his wrists and ankles. Yeah. I'm like, it would have been so cool to see her in there and try to get his goat,
right?
It would have been really cool.
It's like, I would have had that.
I mean, we grew up in places just like this. Palm trees caressing gently in the wind.
And the name Palmetto.
It's very popular. So
it's insane. Like it's a crazy story with a not.
You need a really violent person to set this off. You need somebody who's completely unhinged. You need somebody who's willing to kill and strangulate with their hands. That's not an easy thing to strangle.
It's a very personal.
Literally. Strangle two people with your hands is a very personal, very intimate,
in your face, like there's nothing.
You're using all your strength. It's not easy to. That's a Hellcat, by the way. So car's fucking dope, and
it is.
Chick owned it. I was like, what? And he didn't know how to drive spit, right? He didn't know how to drive spit.
I was like, what a bitch,
pussy.
I'm like, what a bitch. I'm like, I don't know how to drive stick.
Yeah. What a straight dude.
So that means that the girl that
did he drive in first gear the whole fucking time?
He was grinding second hard.
100%. He fucked up her clutch in every single way possible.
Fuck yeah. His tranny is a real actual tranny.
Gone.
What is that? What is that behind you? Wait a minute. We do have
I'm late.
Oh my god. He's here,
Deadpool. Everyone, this is our other special guest.
Form of it's someone, that's for sure.
Okay,
that's
go.
Something.
Dude, nice ass, bro. You're fit.
That is.
Wait, can you come back? Do that again one more time. We gotta see that one more time.
Can you show us your cock print one more time? Wow. I just want to see that.
I gotta see that one more time.
He's coming back.
Come on back.
Circle back.
Adjust your shit because I want to take a good look at this. I want to take a good look.
You're talking to him like I'm looking at boobs.
100%.
I had asked him to bring me, because I'm done with my Bloody Maria. I was like, bring me some rum, and he comes
and he shows up like that.
Here you are, darling.
Here you go, my love.
You know what? We need to have a show with Deadpool.
We should.
Yeah.
Different one? Is that no? Okay, I was like, is that a different wig?
I like your bob. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. You really had a bob.
You've been saving this for tonight, haven't you?
He has been. He has been.
I have just the outfit.
I got the ensemble.
I'm so excited you guys are talking about me tonight. I can't wait for my movie next week. Hope you guys all show up.
Stay tuned. You're about to get sentenced.
Well, I'm going to go listen. Thanks.
Okay.
Keep it
All
up.
right.
Keep up
Good
the
luck.
good work.
Thanks for passing by.
Good luck, buddy. I have a feeling you're gonna do great.
Beat Wolverine.
Yeah. Fuck Wolverine.
No. I like them both. I don't know who to cheer for.
You have to choose one. It doesn't work
I
like
don't know
that.
who to cheer
No. They
for.
work together.
They're friends finally.
Well, that was fun.
I love that. That was awesome.
That was a great drop by. Wonderful.
Yes.
It was a good cameo.
Yeah, that's
was
what it's called. It's a
awesome.
cameo. That's it.
I need to exit stage left for a moment. Please hold.
And I think on that note, we should take another shot.
Oh goodness. Okay.
You should take a shot on any note. Any note.
Any note. You know what? We're
Oh,
on
speaking
our
of shot,
hour.
look at that. We'll just stop it right there. Right now.
See?
There you go.
That's the reason why I wanted another shot, because I saw that on the clip.
Yeah, you're like, man, those fucking whiskeys look good.
Oh, there. That's a good part if we want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he's
Do the audio.
Good
Yeah.
one.
actually you mentioned with the
right.
Alrighty. Cheers.
Cheers.
cheers to you.
Cheers. Cheers,
Cheers, everybody.
everyone.
Cheers, Jackson. Come here, Bubba. Your sister gets paid today? Your sister got paid today? You were so worried about her. Right, buddy?
I loved how fast that they were on tracking the number after he
I was
fled.
impressed.
I was very impressed. How many stories have we done or that they have dropped the ball?
The ball hard.
completely?
Oh,
And within, I mean, honestly, they knew who it was. They knew who it was that day. They tracked the number to Christine's for,
They were smart about it. Yeah,
They were
they didn't let
very,
too much
very-
time pass,
Mhm.
and they worked in tandem. I think it was the first 48, right? The first 48
Yeah.
hours is like the biggest time,
It is.
and to
yeah.
find your facts and ping all the cell phone towers.
Well, I
And
mean, had they have dropped the ball, how many other women would he have murdered? I mean, I feel like Melissa was in danger. I think he was going to try and come back and get her too. I think he was trying to get her that day. When he was
Yep.
kicking her butt in the
But
parking lot.
that was a bloodlusty thing. That was like I need to do it again because I feel like I'm never going to be able to
Right.
feel that again.
I
right?
feel like he would have gone on a rampage where it would have been a string of women in his path that had passed, or that he had murdered. And I commend the police departments on how they handled everything.
Yeah,
So,
in the western part of the Panhandle. Great job, guys. Western part of the Panhandle.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Mhm.
Boom. So yeah, so there's Christine
got me.
Melton, and she's she was a vibrant person. She just liked
Yeah.
the party.
They said that all she wanted to do was be a mom.
Oh.
Oh man.
Mm.
So
Did you show our baby?
wrong place, wrong time, and baby
of
came up.
mom.
Yeah.
So the trial. Want to get into that now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
want to see the audio of him with the
Mhm.
there? And then we can go to the trial or whatever. But
What eight?
There's more Christine. Let's listen to it.
And an irreplaceable force, a once-in-a-lifetime person. Cape Coral police officers classified her death as suspicious and launched a homicide investigation. Notably, her vehicle was missing from the driveway, a black Nissan Versa.
Versa, you were
This
right.
discovery intensified the authorities' efforts.
You were
That's
right.
The car that's the car he used. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
that size car was the one he used to make someone into spaghetti.
I know.
And I don't think that it's hyperbole. I don't think it's like.
No, I
think-
don't.
I think it's
it
real.
was
I think
correct.
it's actual.
I want to know how many times
Efforts
he had to go up
to
and
locate-
down her to make her into.
That's what I'm
you know what I
understanding.
mean? Like,
Which part of her was made into spaghetti?
Right.
because
Was it-
especially the skull is a hard, like your head skull is hard. It's not like it's not like your fingers or something that you break.
Yeah, I don't
to
feel
break
like
your skull is like it's a big thing.
It's sadistic, and
It's sadistic and weird, and I picture the torso just being spaghetti.
well, I agree. And
Hate both Wade and
Oops, sorry.
no, I was just going to say,
it has the intestines. That's the most spaghetti looking part.
well, I would
Ugh.
silver lining. At least she
You're
was
welcome.
probably no, didn't he? Her, yeah, I think she was. Was she completely dead at that point?
Oh yeah, no. Well, he was finding a
Wait
place
a
to bury
minute.
her or like
Yeah,
throw
exactly.
her.
Yeah.
She was. She
So
was in.
that
She was
was
in no
a blessing.
pain.
She didn't
It was
know
just
it.
sacrilegious.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like no, closed casket for sure.
But
Right.
True. Like what? It's a real thing.
or like cremation.
I mean, if you're Catholic, you can't, right?
I don't know. I
to
don't
Christine's
care about
vehicle,
her.
prompting an urgent and expanded search. Soon after, about 5 miles away, Fort Myers police officer Tim McCormick received information regarding Melissa's battery and spotted a vehicle and driver matching Wade's description in the parking lot of a Joe's Crab Shack restaurant.
Again.
To ensure a coordinated response and his own safety, Officer McCormick quickly called for backup.
How you doing? What's going on, man? You're waiting on your
Notice the tone, super respectful, right? Like
Mhm.
Sam was saying, it's like super like chill interaction with the cop.
girlfriend? Oh, okay. That's no problem. No, I got a call. Somebody was sitting in their car and everything like that. So. Oh, okay. She's on her way down. Okay. Okay. I'll forward one to bike by.
Where's the hospital?
DGF.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Copy up 10-12.
He's most definitely on cocaine here, right?
Yeah,
That's fine.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm like, he's not stone cold sober. That's for sure.
No.
You got the
They're-
sovereign citizen, just piece of glass coming out. Like I just have to give you my license,
I don't have to get. Oh,
bro. Yeah, he's grinding his teeth like
Sure.
fucking
Oh, he absolutely is.
dude. He is. Ugh. Wow, his back molars are flat.
Well, no wonder he's missing
I'll
it
explain
too.
it to you when my partner gets here, okay?
we're a mess.
Yeah. How about this morning? Say again?
That was the most cocaine thing I've ever seen. Like, say what? I can't hear you. God.
Also, what happened to his teeth?
Also, cocaine could be a.
I
Also an answer.
assume drug use.
They're like that.
Yeah, I assume drug use.
Mm-hmm.
Meth is not a huge thing in South Florida, but it is in Central Florida.
I think meth is huge everywhere.
But not as big as it is in certain
Cocaine
places.
can do it too,
We're-
but I'm sure he wasn't just doing cocaine. It was
Correct.
probably
It's not like he was
It-
just
it-
going.
yeah.
Smoking weed with cocaine in it.
Mm.
I used to love that shit. I mean,
Tasted like
I
a
heard that shit was
lollipop.
awesome.
Yeah, I can do that. But I'm just waiting for my partner to get here. Yeah, absolutely. And here's what's going to happen. Is the car running? Shut the car up for me. It's off. I'm going to detain you until I figure out what exactly is going on. Wait, you don't want any trouble for me? Okay.
They're about to take you out of this car, dog. I would do a couple bumps if I was him.
Right.
Because, right? At the old switch, I was like, I want to do some fucking wax right here before they take me.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have you step out of the car, and I'm going to detain you. Not arrest. Detain you right now. Okay? And I can't have any problems. You understand me? All right.
That's locked up, bro. He's fucking literally locked
What's
up.
that?
So Marcy here is saying that they broke when he was fighting with Melissa. And that makes
Say again?
sense.
I'm sorry?
Marcy here is saying, commented here. Thank you for commenting, Marcy, and listening. That they broke when he was fighting with Melissa
Mm,
when they were having that altercation in front of her job. That makes
Gotcha.
sense.
yeah.
Well, good for her.
Fucking, what a
He
mess
was
of a
Right.
human-
kicking her ass, and at least she got some blows in, you know.
Yeah.
The thing that
Louise bloody
just
as
like
hell.
Boys
blows
kick
my
him.
mind.
Mhm,
This is the thing that blows my mind. After all this that we know about him, right?
mhm.
That he's a piece of shit. What he did to these women.
Mhm.
Yet women still find him fucking attractive and
That
are
was my
willing
point.
to marry him.
Yes. I'm with you now.
I that blows my mind that knowing after all this stuff that this potentially, if you get with him, this potentially could be you.
They're sending pictures
Wow, we did
of
the
their
same thing. We did the same
Huh?
thing. Holy shit.
Or they're sending pictures of their hoo-ha.
of their Britneys. Yeah.
I was about to say Peter Griffin married fucking
Gypsy
Blanchard, Gypsy Rose fucking Blanchard, after he knew what she did. Like, oh, you hired, you goaded your ex-boyfriend to kill you. Yeah.
There's
I'll marry you.
also there's also people. I mean, for one, he's, you know, they're thinking death penalty for him at some point, and maybe
I wonder why. Why.
Do they have the death penalty in Florida? Or
they
right-
did.
right
They
in-
just
They
they just
100% do.
Yes.
100%.
It's one of the 9 or whatever psycho ass states
Only
that do
two
it.
that I know off the top of my head are Florida.
Alabama.
yeah.
I
Alabama,
always
you
thought Texas.
Alabama, you can put a mentally retarded person to
Can't say that word.
a mentally
can if
challenged
it's-
person
True.
to the death penalty. It's the only place that you can put a death. Somebody
Yeah.
who's like literally and this is not a bad word, so don't correct me. A mongoloid
Yes.
on. Okay, shut the.
Somebody
It's
from
fucking
Mongolia?
yeah, a Mongolian. person. You got it.
I love this. I'm so enjoying this.
Mm.
This is
You just see how he gets underneath his skin.
I made myself laugh. Love you.
I love you too. So in 2020, the trial takes place. Yeah, and
no, trial took place in June, didn't it? Of this
mid
year.
2020.
This year.
No, mid
Of this
2020.
year.
The trial takes place.
Oh.
No.
No.
We got some bad information here.
No, I thought
June of
trial took-
2024, the trial took place.
Sentenced. Yeah, like he
This
just
is the
got
sen-
sentenced.
No,
He
he-
lit- I promise.
I know. I saw the sentencing, but I'm like, he
That's
didn't go to
important.
trial in 2020. So they're
No,
like,
no, he didn't.
No.
He literally just went to trial.
That's possible.
He is actually supposed to be. He's been actually sentencing is set for August or July
he's
20th.
trying-
His sentencing is scheduled for Tuesday, July 23rd of this year. He literally just went through his trial back in June.
but we already know what he got. But he gets sentenced in August.
No. He was convicted, but they're going for the death penalty to be.
They're definitely gonna get the death penalty.
Yeah, they're
Definitely.
calling for it now. His they're trying to.
Wasn't the jury 9-3 for the death penalty?
Yes. So Florida just ratified the law between the time he was arrested and the time he's being the sentencing has been convicted. They actually just switched the law to say it doesn't have to be a unanimous decision for death penalty. And his lawyers are trying to go back and say, well, hold on, because that wasn't in place when he was arrested. That shouldn't be it shouldn't be applied to his trial. It's funny. I had pulled a news story that I didn't do about the squatter on steroids in Florida, whom Florida, since him being arrested for being a squatter, they have redone their laws on, and making it easier to prosecute squatters, right? So that applies to that guy. So the precedence is set that it doesn't matter when the law was changed. If you're being sentenced afterwards, you're fine. You know what I mean? They're going to let that go forward. So
we don't have to retroactively kill you. You see? Like,
we don't have to
Right.
like global kill you.
yeah.
Like we can kill you once and then we're good.
So what did it say here? So you're trying to find the loophole.
jury use a loophole to swerve the desk or
Swerve
use
the-
the jury loophole.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like third strike on the trying to do anything, with the getting him off the chair.
Well, and they're also trying to say, like, plead insanity as far as that he shouldn't be put to death because of that.
That's the part.
Send him to Alabama.
That's the part that bothers me.
Well, here's the thing. Why didn't you use that in the initial?
And then
Exactly.
correct.
Exactly.
You can't do it a Hail Mary like, oh, by the way, he wasn't in his right
I think
mind.
you kind of can in the US. You kind of can like backtrack and do like
Well, it's
fucking
dumb.
Really, it's dumb, and it's
If that was what you're gonna go with it from day one, because
Correct.
now it looks like you're like it
Now
is
you're
a
just
Hail Mary.
grasping at straws.
Yes.
Like,
Yep. You're like,
just
oh,
saying,
Yeah.
anything
try
to help
to
me get
him
off.
Yes.
You're pulling
Because
strings.
he did only one interview from prison.
Yes, he did, and that was with Kyla Gaylor, I believe.
Yeah.
NBC Two.
He was adamant. that he did
Adamant.
not
Well,
do
he was
anything.
adamant that he didn't do anything, and she goes, "I
Correct.
think this is just." And even the news anchor that interviewed him was like, "I'm pretty sure this is a desperate attempt for him to
Correct.
to sway people."
Correct.
He says he was forced to confess because if he didn't, that his parents and children would be harmed. That doesn't even make sense
At all.
Would you like to hear
at
some of it?
all. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I thought he had
please.
brown eyes.
Oh yes.
Yes, I would.
I
Oh, look at
honestly
all
thought
that
he had-
tattoos.
I thought he had
think-
brown eyes.
No, that's AI.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what his eyes look like. He's a killer. Snap
I
out of
know,
it.
but-
Rose likes to talk about eyes, babe.
Snap out of it.
I'm
Oh,
looking
no.
at the
Snap
eyes
out of
because
it?
everything with the eyes, everybody goes with the eyes. But in the other pictures, they look black.
Mhm.
So I assumed that they were brown. I didn't think they were colored.
Colored.
You didn't think they were-
interesting.
Them colored eyes.
Bruh. You got
We don't like your
colored.
kind around here.
Can't sit here.
We don't like your colored eyes. around
That
here.
just changes the whole thing. No, I'm just
Nelson
kidding.
and Diane Ruiz.
You can't sit here.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not a monster. Yeah, I'm not a saint either by any means. I've made bad decisions in the past, of course. It doesn't worry me. It worries me only because of the level of corruption around here in Fort Myers that I was involved with.
We learned some.
We were just praising the Fort Myers Police Department for being so fast on
Correct.
it. And they were like, corruption.
No.
Nobody.
And I'm the first one to call it corruption.
So
No,
I
but-
have a question. Do you think that tattoo that he has on the side of his face, the
swastika.
no, I'm talking about the one
it's-
from his face. You think that's something that happened from his past? Like it looks like it's
I think this
think that
picture is
they're
doctored up.
Correct. I think they're making
Okay.
him look like that because in none of his
It
mugshots
garners sympathy.
does he have any kind of like scars or anything like
Right. Here's what I
that. That's
looks
his own
like
necklace.
Sugar's illegitimate love child. I agree. So the defense actually had petitioned for him to wear tattoo covering makeup during the trial, and
Mm.
they were granted that
Oh.
motion. However,
He said
they
no.
didn't take it. They let him fucking come all his fucking face tattoos with the swastika and all the
Joker shit.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
Why
Joker
cover it
cool.
up?
well.
Why would you cover it up? Like
And knowing your trial's coming up, it's not like you
Well,
like, you
I
don't
mean,
know the dates of this, like you can you can not do this, maybe do it afterwards,
right.
on the
Well,
way.
I mean, I think I think it's telling on him. He was like, "Fuck that, I'll be
Totally.
fine."
Totally.
However, the defense was right. I mean, had they have covered that up, maybe I don't know what
He
the
may
jurors
have
were
had
thinking.
an inkling of an iota of kind of like maybe.
Maybe you get a little
Right.
bit maybe life without
Correct.
parole.
Maybe life without parole, not the death penalty.
But
Right.
with that ink on your face, death penalty.
Bruh.
And then you purposely put a swastika as a
Correct.
teardrop,
Two of them.
which is crazy.
Two.
Like,
Yeah.
Not one, two.
now you're just
Yeah, one
now
here
you're
on the side of
affiliating.
his
Look at-
head and then the one under his right eye.
Yeah.
look at this picture right here.
Dude, it's F.
Look at that.
It's
Look at
F,
that
dude.
picture
Look at
right
that
there.
thing.
He's
Look at him right there.
Mhm.
If he didn't have the tattoos, you guys would be like, damn, that guy's hot. Like,
No,
you know what
at
I'm saying?
this
Like that guy's like
no.
he's flirting with
No,
me.
no. I
Mm-mm,
don't
he
know. I
looks
like bald men.
so-
Sorry.
I like bearded men.
So
Me too.
yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah,
Or goatee. Yes, some
I got-
facial hair.
When I got the best of the best right here. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No. Send Wade Wilson a letter.
No, some chick tried to like touch his beard one time. They thank God I wasn't there.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, that's off limits.
It'd be
yeah.
the last thing she touched.
People had a really long beard, and people thought it was
Very
just
long. Like, he had it long.
how can people just thought they can touch it?
Correct. They're like,
Yeah, no.
It's like being
Mhm.
pregnant and everybody thinking they can touch your belly.
Exactly. They don't touch my fucking stomach.
I don't know you.
No, no.
You don't know my life.
For real. But that's a good call with that picture.
Touch your butt.
It's all aesthetics. Like if you do if the news puts out a bad article and 4 million people see it, like the retraction, nobody ever sees it. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares about that. The salacious thing is done. The damage is done already.
It's out there.
You never know.
Sprinkled like shit.
Nice. Okay.
Some of that evidence may include a confession, which Wilson says he was forced to make after he was charged.
When coming to jail, I knew that I had to get something out there as far as a confession because I was told to do that. Otherwise, my parents were going to be harmed. My children were going to be harmed.
Wilson's own father spoke on.
Is he saying that the Fort Myers police is now doing reverse racketeering?
Bosses, yeah.
Okay.
Get out of here. Who do you think
It's a little hard to.
Gotti? Get out.
If you're so innocent, why'd you do the tattoos?
Correct.
Right.
That's a last ditch effort.
You want to
you
call
went-
attention to yourself. You want people to look at you. You want people to talk about you.
Call you
You
the
went from
Deadpool.
that to that right there.
Correct.
This
So
is what you look
can't-
like in the beginning. This is what you
And-
look like now.
I reiterate to Rose's point. Look, his eyes don't change. There's nothing.
And he's a hottie.
Right?
But there's
There's-
nothing. He
there's
just has good
nothing
bone
there.
structure. Other than that, he has nothing.
Right.
That's
Okay, but
it.
look-
He has good bone structure.
Look at these eyes, right? And now look at this
Good.
picture.
I think
His
that
eyes
picture
look-
is AI. I don't think
Okay.
that's correct.
This picture is not real.
This
No,
is
it's
not real.
not.
That
No.
motherfucker
I'm like
is not
going-
real.
Show us. I'll look at not real shit.
Marcy says he's always gloating. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you find when he does the hand gestures
Yes.
to his crotulophagus?
Got you.
Crotulophagus.
Wow. She's never called me that.
I'm sorry, that caught me off guard.
Crotch a
I
lot.
love it.
I got coach.
I love it.
Crotch a lot.
Crotch. His crotulophagus. Saurus Rex.
Delayed.
Okay, I found it.
You found it? Do it.
Yeah.
Rose has it.
Yeah.
Do
I
it.
found Hold on. Let's see.
He's wearing the dark blue suit and he just leans
Mhm.
back.
It's the same, yeah. It's the same one.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Who
no.
gonna do it?
I stopped looking. I have something on his tattoos and what they really mean.
No.
Nar?
What?
That Wade
What?
Wilson be sentenced to death.
Thank you. Then we'll be adjourned.
That's one.
Oh,
That's one of the hand
that's
gestures.
That's one.
yeah. That's that. Everybody knows this one.
Everybody's been
Everybody knows
talking
that.
about
Finger
that.
blast?
What does that mean? Can someone explain to me
Finger
what
blast.
does that mean?
Well, here I'm trying to find the cervix.
Well, I mean, why? I mean, he's just being disrespectful, correct?
Right.
Correct.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
okay.
Like this is the only thing this can be is
It's me.
that. A little how's your father? Yeah.
Oh. Excuse you. How your day?
How your daddy is.
How your day? Are you
Let me
finding
show you
it?
this.
The one with the dark suit.
That
and he
wasn't
does
it? That wasn't it?
Narc.
No, there's another one where he like it's
He literally does like the
like
thing
this thing right on
to
his crotch.
Crotch
His
sign.
crotch
Is it like
Yeah.
a suck it type motion, or
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. It's suck it. Like
Like,
it can't be.
That's how I interpreted it.
Here we go. I
But-
got it.
Got it? Hello.
Look.
you guys are so cute.
Flashes hand signals as jury picks death penalty for murdering 2 women.
Am I allowed to say other like websites on where I saw it?
No, this is YouTube. You're not allowed to mention the internet.
So I'm just gonna say it on mute.
So
She saw it on TikTok. For the love of God, she saw it on TikTok. Oh, Lord have mercy. The double
Go
murder.
there.
The double murderer Yeah, go there.
Go to there. That's what I
she
saw.
just showed a TikTok. So double murderer, the Deadpool killer, flashed a hand signal and smirked as the jury recommended the death penalty for the brutally killing 2 women.
See?
He's only 30.
Yep.
He's only 30.
He's only 30 and he's named after the Marvel character
He's just a
somehow.
baby.
Wiggled his right finger and made a gesture with his hand and otherwise displayed no emotion while the hearing of the jury took place. Wilson's mysterious signal and his face tattoos, including stitchings of marks extending out of his mouth, went viral. The man with slicked back hair appeared to attract some female fans.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're showing him his Britney.
Oh yeah. What do you think is happening
Their
here?
Britneys. Sorry.
He's going full gypsy until he
is
fries.
going-
But fine.
So it goes back into what he said, and he drew no sympathy whatsoever from his father,
Wow.
Stephen, which will, if we still have time, do you have time to take a look at that video?
Testa seca.
Testa seca. That means dry head.
In Espani.
No, in Italian.
Oh, in Italian.
Good Lord.
Testa?
Testa's head, and seca's dry, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You're right.
So,
Rosetta.
Trying to look for the other one right now.
I don't see the picture at the moment, but he explained it. Heinous crime. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna show that unless it's a video.
It's a video. No, they do show it.
Rose is
Okay.
looking it
He
up.
literally
so.
leans back as if he's like in a strip club or something.
I'll keep everyone
And he's like,
entertained.
That's where he
Kinda like-
disassociated to. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm not a trial. I'm at
Yeah.
a strip club.
While a detective, a female detective, was
Better.
testifying against him.
Good. That's the only time I would do it.
He was
Female
trying to
detective.
intimidate her, I'm sure.
Correct.
Intimidate her.
Like, I know you want this.
Yeah, that's like the same way that like
And you
I don't
can't
know
get
a tiger would intimidate me at a
Because
zoo.
I'm going to die.
You know, like cool. Yeah, you're a tiger, but I'm gonna go home now.
You're tired.
You know.
I found it, in the documentary where they show him being, I think he did the arraignment from the prison over phone, and he was just like, what the fuck ever. Even then,
Yeah, he didn't give
you
a shit.
know,
But that's
he
the
didn't
only.
give a shit.
Like
And
again,
he
we
was
say it
put
every year.
into this whole ass. I mean, most of the inmates were just in their regular inmate outfits and no, shackles or anything. But he was put in this whole ass fucking green
The extra.
suit. You know what I mean?
You got the
Yeah, I
extra.
mean,
It's like if not, the fame doesn't come and the letters don't come, so you got to do something, right? It's your last gasp. We say it every week. Like, why do these fucking people do that? And you're like, it's your last thing before you're literally put away into obscurity until you get gassed.
Nobody talks
And nobody talks about you again. It's just that's what it is. So I don't know if I saw my life crashing all around me. Would I do
I don't
that?
think he fucking
But
cares.
yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit.
I would care because there's no cocaine in jail.
But
There
isn't there?
probably is.
There definitely is.
Isn't
I'd
there?
rather buy it from.
Probably is.
I'd rather buy it
Somebody-
from Pablo.
Sneaks it up their asshole.
They took
Oh
it.
fuck yeah! Oh,
No, they keister it.
Keister.
Did you know that's what it's called?
Keister.
They
Keister it. Yes.
Oh, you want this Big Mac? I keistered it.
What?
So 12 jurors, 10 of the 12 jurors recommended the death penalty
Oh,
for
okay.
Ruiz's murder. 9 of the 12 favored the capital punishment for Melton's murder, and both of them were is enough to send him to double murder. So
I don't. That's a little confusing. Why would more of them want it for Ruiz's than Melton's?
they're not working
Because-
together. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that just doesn't make sense. They all heard everything.
Mm.
He did it. They convicted him.
It was the same jury.
It would have had to been, right?
I think
Or
so.
maybe not. Maybe it
don't know.
wasn't.
I feel like maybe not. Each count has to be tried on its own. I
Do we know how
believe.
many days and or hours they deliberated?
It was quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like
quicker the worse.
30. Wasn't it 30? Maybe I'm
30
wrong.
Minutes?
Why am I thinking 35 minutes?
You're right.
Everybody was like looking down the road, like y'all good?
Like,
Y'all good? Okay.
like we gonna do this, right?
Both murders were especially heinous, atrocious, and cruel.
Heinous. How is it that the
Heinous.
and heinous?
Heinous. Very heinous crime he did. So they actually read the thing. It's like, and for your heinous crime. And I was like, what? The fuck?
I was like, what's heinous? What even does that mean? Because I don't know.
Yeah. So capital punishment's the way to go. For something like this, for sure. Because at this point he's looking hot,
Evil
less and
and
less hot, right,
vile.
babe?
Evil and vile.
I'm sorry. It
some-
took 90 minutes
90
for
minutes.
them
Close
to
enough.
reach their verdict.
And that's even a long time.
Yeah, and
I-
it
We
was
know
the
what you
same
did.
trial.
He probably
I mean,
did like a 50 a blow and jacked off and then, you know.
What?
That's what drug addicts do. Like, let me
Yeah.
stop off for a 50 before
What
I
about
do it.
murdering drug addicts?
He was on drugs. I promise you he was on drugs when you murdered a drug addict. I promise you.
Yeah.
He murdered a drug addict?
On drugs.
Huh.
That's really
A
gonna
lot
break
of
your noodle.
drugs. A lot of drugs.
Yeah. He
A lot of
here
people
we
do
go.
shit.
When Ruiz tried to flee, he strangled her and shoved her out of the vehicle, ran over her at least 20 times.
20.
So that's the number. I think it's more than that.
20
It
To
times?
spaghetti somebody? So
But like, how do you even count that?
I mean,
right, you have to ask her. Like so he said no to that. He denies everything. So how did you even know that number?
Like, how do you even count that? Like, oh yeah, I ran over her 20.2.
Marcy said he's
Crazy.
always loading. Absolutely agree with you.
yes.
He was waterboarded by Bigfoot on space.
Let's take a look at everybody. AI told me not to glorify violence.
Yeah, let's
Made me feel bad.
I like that.
Thanks, AI.
That's why I want to talk
let's listen to this. This
to
is
the pop.
good. Yeah.
The dry
Yeah.
head.
So Chesterseca, right? And this is the biological father.
I mean, so
Only one.
let's think about this. So Bio Dad was 14 or 15 when Wade was born, which means
Correct.
if Wade is 30 now, Bio Dad's our age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof.
Can you
Like-
imagine?
They're
I
not
mean,
in hurt for
I thought I was young having a baby at 20. You know what I mean? Bio Dad is our age and he has a 30-year-old. So
Madre mía.
30-year-old. That's incomprehensible. Inconceivable.
inconceivable.
So this happens to be, I guess, one of the crests in the video. So he's about to say some shit.
Play.
To set it up, he's totally throwing Wade under the bus. He doesn't give two shits about him.
Well, he should. I mean, his son's a psychopath.
But I heard that you're supposed to love your kids.
I mean, you can love them, but you can also be real.
I don't
You know
have
what I
those.
mean?
Just throwing some chum in the water.
Do it.
This is what he does.
Call before the final call.
He just told me, he did something. There was 2 people gone that would not be back. He said, I'm a killer.
I'm a killer.
You got many more
Oh.
tattoos now.
I wonder what he's saying to him.
You can almost hear him.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Do you want to get a bagel later? I think he said, do you want
Do you want to get?
Have you sent me the
waffle?
latest the mail from all the bitches that are showing me their hoo-ha?
Yes, bro. Just
This is
if I was
gonna
him,
make
I'd be
it
like,
better.
everybody show me a fucking badge
Oi.
pic. Yeah, for sure.
Gone that would not
Call to
be
arms.
back.
Send me.
He said, I'm a killer. I just told him to call me back.
Something about jail.
He said something. See me in jail.
Yeah.
I just thought it was another story,
So at this point, when he says that
You're
there were
just
2
being
people that wouldn't be with us and that he was a killer, did you put a lot of weight into that?
No, ma'am.
Do you think he was just telling you a story?
He's a good storyteller.
So did he then call you back a 3rd time?
Yes, ma'am.
What time did he call you back?
It was around 10 o'clock.
I want to go back to that dinner time call. When he talked about these 2 people who were no longer with us and that he was a killer, did he show any type of remorse?
No, ma'am.
So let's go now to the
Your
10
favorite
o'clock
Rose?
call.
Right.
No
Again,
remorse.
your wife knew about kind of what was going on.
Okay.
That's where I get pissed.
Okay, for one, real quick, I gotta Rose.
Who's this guy back here?
Oh,
I don't know. Rose, do you find
who's
his
that
dad
guy with a
attractive?
comb over? Talk about that guy.
His You know what I was thinking about his accent at the same time when you were saying
I was
that
gonna
his
say,
voice-
I was like, I bet Rose thinks his dad's attractive. He's bald.
Yeah. He's like exactly.
that deep
It's like,
voice, you know.
It's like all. It's
You're
like,
like, check.
that looks like all my ex-husbands.
He just
Check,
needs the
check.
beard.
I couldn't
He needs
help
that beard.
myself.
On during that
He
day.
I need to
needs
know
the
about
beard.
the
He's
guy with
got-
the comb
Yes,
over.
ma'am.
I'm more interested in the. I'm just a simple country lawyer. This guy right here, like
heinous crime.
he did no heinous crime.
This man that is accused of doing a heinous crime.
And when he called back at 10, did he go into more details about what he had told you earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start with the first girl. If you could tell the jurors, what did he tell you?
He just said he met a girl at a bar. They went back to her house, hung out for a little bit, and then she fell asleep.
What did he say happened after she fell asleep?
Strangled.
He said he got on top of her and choked her.
What name did he call her? Did he refer to her in a derogatory term?
He said, I choked that bitch.
my
Dios
God.
mío,
And what did he say he did after he choked her?
He said he stayed in the house for a little while, and then he rolled her up and was going to try to put her in her
This is
trunk,
where he
but
can't lift
he
her in the
couldn't
trunk.
lift her.
Did he say why he was unable to put her in her trunk?
He said that he felt like rigor mortis had started to set in.
And does rigor mortis make your body stiff?
Yeah.
You didn't
I
know?
think so.
So you look at his lawyer.
I
He's
love
like,
like he was like, I think so.
this motherfucker's trying to get me. Like, what the fuck is
Do you
going
know
on?
how long it takes rigor mortis to kick in? Can we look that up?
I can
Yeah.
look it up.
You can look it up.
I don't have a mouse.
So
So
You go.
he just told you that that was the reason that he couldn't lift her and get her into her trunk.
yes, ma'am.
And when he said her trunk, it was the trunk of her car he was going to put her in.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did he tell you he did when he couldn't get her body into her own trunk?
He left her there and took her car.
2 to 6 hours.
What did he say about the second girl?
Perfect.
He said he saw her walking down the street and stopped and asked her for directions. And she got in the car with him.
What did he say
Like a
happened
gun.
once she got in the car with him?
He said he reached over and choked her.
And did he tell you that he choked her while he was driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
What even does that mean?
what did he say happened after he choked her?
He said he was looking for a place to put her body.
Did he find a place where he eventually dumped her body?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he tell you about the situation when he got to the place where he was going to dump her body?
He said that he pulled her out of the car and realized that she was still breathing.
So what did he tell you he did when he realized she's still breathing?
So was it rigor mortis or not?
No, you're still breathing.
That's what I
Okay,
mean.
so that was
What
Diane.
bullshit are you talking about? Oh, okay.
That was Diane. So with Diane, he realized she was still breathing, and then he turned her into spaghetti. So
Right,
maybe
right.
she did feel it.
Okay, gotcha.
If she was, you're right. You're totally right. I'm so sorry. The first one died. The second one was not dead.
Correct.
In order to get her dead, he decided to
Yeah.
send Versa her. She got bursted.
Okay, I found the hand
So-
gesture.
Rigor mortis takes
Okay.
2 to 6 hours to
2 to
kick
6
in.
hours for rigor mortis. Awesome. And let's just finish this real quick at Rose, and then we'll go to that.
Okay.
He said he got back in the car and ran her over until she looked like spaghetti.
As he's telling you all these things, what's his demeanor as he's telling you?
He was excited.
Downright giddy.
You say excited. What do you mean by that?
I felt like he was wanting me to feel the way he felt about it.
Did he seem proud of it?
Can we see how like
Yes.
he's staring at his father?
Did he
right now?
seem
He's
to?
leering at his father right
Look at
now.
the way he's moving.
Leering.
Yes.
Like,
Brilliant
I
disguise
wanna
says
remove-
Dad has scary eyes. I
He
don't think.
would
Yeah, he kind of does.
Maybe a little.
allow me to just play a little devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Which is impossible with this person, obviously. But I'm
He
going to try
is
my
the devil.
best. I'm going to try my best to explain. Like, just at least put you in a position to have just a tiny little bit of empathy. Imagine he didn't do these things, and your father is just absolutely cold faced. I know what he did, but like your dad is still cold faced, like just putting you under the bus.
But
And
it's not the dad that raised you. I
Correct.
understand it's his bio dad.
Like you're carrying his blood, but
that's it. And he decided a long time ago that he didn't even want to be a part of your life.
It's
and
not
you,
even like that he decided.
right,
As a child.
right. Which is,
Baby.
if you think about it, kind of sad. So he's not. It's not like he's not dealing with any sadness. Is what I'm saying.
But he was raised by another person that was his father. So
We don't
it's
know
not
how
that
Steve
he
was. How was Steve?
It's funny, but that bio dad and adopted dad were both named Steve.
Oh shit.
Gosh, Dad says sleepy, scary eyes.
You guys like same.
Go for Rose. Well, that's basically
All right.
pretty
Show
much.
the gestures.
Yeah, show the gesture because that's really what I wanted to see was the dad say those kind of things. It's
I
rough.
mean,
either way, it's a dad saying that about his kid.
Pow. There it is.
There it is. Kapow. He's basically making a vagina. It's a
To
vagina.
his junk.
Mhm.
It's a vagina. It's like here.
And
Suck
then
it.
he winked.
He wants
he
you to suck it.
winked?
He wants them to
What?
suck it hard.
He did. Hey.
That's all he's got. He's playing pocket pool.
Blink. Oh no, he blinked. My bad.
He blinked, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude's coming in pretty like.
pretty strong.
That is the gesture he was
No,
making while
but-
a female detective was testifying against
I
him.
see what you mean now. He's a good-looking man.
Bro.
I see what you mean.
Because now he's pointing to his junk that you can see through his face.
Now, after this TikTok, I'm aroused.
Oh.
Sorry.
Like,
Because of this TikTok. You,
Slightly or
wanted me to
fully?
fucking see it.
Eh,
So the guy's just, here's a good one. Y'all done there?
Yeah.
Got a couple minutes left. Let's see.
Ow.
he,
Wow.
Look at this. What's this? And there's the
gosh,
other one.
that, his lawyer reminds me of Dave Thomas. Any minute he's
Oh.
gonna yell out.
Oh,
Wendy's.
Dave
Where's
Thomas
Dave?
from Wendy's.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would fucking kill somebody for Wendy's. I would turn them into
I would
spaghetti.
love a breast
Oh.
baconator.
I love Wendy's.
I
Oh,
love
baconator? I would turn you into spaghetti for a baconator.
This is what I was talking about. How he, there's only a few people in that room that are tied up like he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That must be
Homie
violent,
right there.
severe violent offenders because
Oh,
everybody else
homie
is
right
like, la
there.
da da da.
Like,
This lady's like, "Hee."
Except that one, the one that's like him dressed up. He's like, looks like he's trying to
I think
blow
that's a
up
chick.
something, or
I
I don't know.
Looks
He's
like he
trying to
wants to
blow
throw up.
something. Throw up, blow a balloon. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
maybe he had the balloon up his key.
Oh, shit.
He keistered it.
Yeah. He had the balloon keistered. Oh, show.
But there was no remorse even there. He was just like,
He
whatever.
doesn't care, dude. He does not care about
Murder.
anything or anyone.
And the murder psychopath stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got your look, man. He's got the look, Rose, the one that you look for. That's
All
like,
the time.
that guy. Fuck that dude. Like,
I'm looking
You
at that woman, the woman officer in the back. Look at her face. And look at the guy
Right.
behind
I'm
her. It's
looking at
like,
this lady.
ooh.
this
No,
lady
I'm
right here.
looking at the guy behind the woman officer. It looks like, oh, she's got an
You
ass.
guys ever see Orange is the New Black?
Yes.
No, I
Tell
haven't
me
seen
that girl,
yet.
that lady that was sitting right next to him doesn't look like Tasty.
Oh, it does. You're right.
Tasty.
I love
my
that
nickname.
show.
I'm like, oh, that's Tasty. What's she doing there, girl?
Right.
After 5, so you're totally right. I'm sorry for the misstep earlier. Not 2020. So after he was in jail, I couldn't fathom he was in jail for 5 years before they even started to
Correct.
even touch this man. I would have been laying into this motherfucker from day one. After
Well, I
5
mean,
years,
Lord,
we
in
did
Lee
have
County,
a pandemic, so I'm sure things were backlogged.
I mean,
suppose we could have killed somebody during that time too. We could have given him COVID.
all right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he was in jail
So-
at least.
He was at least.
He's off them streets.
So yeah, he's expected to last about 2 days in the jury. Right, so this is before the sentencing, and then for what he did. And man, goodness gracious, great
Bless
balls of
you.
fire. What do we have here? Ah,
Good.
I think we are almost to
Why
our
she
ending.
smell
We've
like-
got to had another shot here.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Hold on.
Oh, damn, Beam.
what's up?
You don't have a shot.
Yeah, there's vodka right over there.
Oh,
Oh, you don't want that?
She's like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, is it Naples?
Yes, sir.
I have says he's a neurologist.
Yes, sir.
maybe to take care.
Should I have Dr. Rubin?
Yeah.
It's Mark
The
Rubino.
problem is things are so long. Thank God for Court TV that like chops these things up because,
Right.
dude, there was no way I could be doing that. It's like an hour of just looking at the judge, like looking at Adele, you know. Even when they recommended so it wasn't the sentencing, obviously, but it was the recommendation of the sentencing, letting them know that the jurors, like, that was boring, dude. They had to read every single from like 27 counts of this. Each one had to be read out individually. So like, court is very arduous.
Yes, it's so glorified in
what technical
TV drama.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth.
Wait,
Nobody's saying that.
What technical wait,
It
hello?
doesn't really
Hello?
happen. No,
Hey, what technical difficulties?
it doesn't really happen. Though.
Of course not. Of course it doesn't have. Even in the yeah, the highest profile cases. Are you kidding me? Even
I want that too.
you know who was like that? Bro, Murdoch was probably like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Murdoch was like the closest thing to like that kind of a salacious thing. Like, y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all put too much vodka in the goddamn sweet tea.
Oh.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
That's Wade Wilson.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, there's so much more to him. I want to see the kind of salacious smut he's getting in the mail.
I mean, also, I mean, if you attach yourself to somebody who is in for life, potentially,
when did you start trying to make arrangements to
at least it's a little safe.
walk in and meet with him with the jail?
It also takes the United States like 15 years to kill an inmate. You know,
on
It
average,
still drains all of us anyway.
it still drains the system, but you know. And then it just, I don't get it. Like if you're sentenced to death, and I'm sure this is there's a reason why, but you should probably get killed pretty soon, right? Isn't that the whole gist of it?
I mean,
it is.
But there's people like waiting for
Like
appeals
the
for 20
question
years.
is, why does it take so long?
Death row is
For
like
what?
It appeals and whatever, and I don't know. Honestly, there really isn't a good way to put somebody to death.
No.
I mean,
no, but if you're gonna do it,
What do you mean?
Has he already reviewed
Meaning-
the records of Wade Wilson?
Can you pause that?
pause what?
What they're talking?
Sure. You can hear him
so
talking.
meaning when with the death penalty, they've come up with a lot of awful. I mean, so a lethal injection, they're having problems getting the drugs, so they're getting them in places where you shouldn't, and even though we're putting them to death, they're trying to do it the most humane way. You know, electric chair is not all that humane.
No.
Even lethal injection, if done incorrectly, it can last for a long time. It's not like they drift off to sleep and then, you know, and then they're dead. You know, there are a few states that have brought back firing squad, you know, which is insane. But
I mean, it's effective.
it is effective. However, the thing with that, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is there are so many different ways to put somebody to death, you know, do the death penalty. But even though we're saying an eye for an eye, you get to die here. I didn't mean to rhyme that.
How about
You're like a rapper.
a big slide with a cheese grater, and at the end, it's a pool of alcohol.
Maybe, but they're trying to do it the most humane way, but why?
But why?
guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
He didn't do
Why are
anything humane.
There was nothing humane about Dupas.
Do you think that? Do you think that people should die the way they killed?
Eye for an eye shit?
I think it should be that. I mean, strangulation for him, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily like
running him
eye
over
for
with
an
a
eye,
car till
but-
he's spaghetti.
What
Sure.
if you're a PDF file?
Yeah. Then you should.
Then an 80-year-old man should have your anus.
Yes.
The planet.
Fuck. Nobody's putting you in charge. Nobody's putting you in charge. From now on, I decree every pedophile is going to get fucked by an 80-year-old man.
Just send them to the other side of the world.
But
With
I
the
mean,
fan
that's the thing. That's the crux of it all. I mean, there is the death penalty, but because we're trying to be humane, there are so many things, and that's why people sit on death row so
It's
long.
oxymoronic. It doesn't make sense. Like once you do that, it's already not humane. Like once you're looking too far down the barrel. Like it's already done. When you decide his death, it's already not humane. Now that you've decided that, just throw him off a cliff.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
At that point, it doesn't
Marcy.
fucking matter.
It really doesn't. I mean, honestly, I looked at a news story, because in different parts of the world, euthanasia is a thing, because it's not here.
The Swedish girl, right? The 28 years old. She got granted her.
Right. So I found a story about
that's
a
unique.
couple. Exactly. But they don't do that for a death row. I mean, what they use for euthanasia in people who haven't committed a crime is humane and it's peaceful and whatever. But they don't do that. But yet people are fighting to be like, oh, but it needs to be. Why? They committed this. They committed the crime.
You've chosen for somebody else that they're not going to live and take breaths anymore. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Like,
Exactly.
no.
Here's an interesting one before we go.
I'm a huge dude. You should die the way you killed.
I think that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But I mean, you're subjecting people, normal people. Like, I mean, if I worked in a prison and I was on death row duty, and Wade Wilson comes. I know I said duty, but I came into this is my job. This is how I make a living. It's not really, what I chose to do, but I ended up on death row, whatever. And Wade Wilson comes in and it's an eye for an eye. Do I have to physically sit there and strangle him? You know what I mean?
No. There will be an executioner, sweetie.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean? But an executioner is a different sort of person, right? I mean, you have to have
or let the family do it.
Let the family do it now, she says.
The family of the deceased.
We are changing fucking laws.
Oh, wow.
We're changing laws. Damn. She said,
But
let
I
the
don't know
family
if I
strangle
could, though. I mean,
Marcy said, great podcast.
Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate that.
But hold up. That's an interesting thing right there. Like
Can do that later, not another day.
What?
That
Do
topic.
Which
Let
one?
the family do it.
That brings up an interesting question. What if it was your family? What if it was like your wrongly convicted godson and some other family's putting his hands on him? Like you'd have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
But I had a problem with you killing my family member in the first place. Do you think I signed up for that? No.
Here's the thing: as a lay person, I don't think even if somebody murdered my child. Okay, hold on. That's dumb. I would totally be able to fucking kill them.
You're a mama bear.
You're right. Never mind. I digress. You're right, Allie.
Without question.
Right. Yeah.
Without question.
Kills my husband or whatever. I'm gonna want to exact that penalty on them. Yes.
A girl just did this to his beard. I was ready to break her head.
All right. Right.
Can you imagine somebody kill somebody that I love? Like. No.
Yeah, you're right.
No, there's no amount of
trying
to calm me down that would suffice me not wanting to.
Right, and how many people do go down because the justice system fails
the family.
Rocksteady did that.
The family goes, I'm gonna fucking take justice in my own hands.
They go, man, I'm gonna do it on my own.
Rocksteady interviewed a guy who wrote a book. His dad. Like he was kidnapped as a child, as an 8-year-old boy, and he was taken and sodomized.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then completely taken advantage of, and then the guy ends up walking, and he just waited for him, and he just goes, bah!
Correct.
And he just blew his fucking brains off.
Yeah,
at that point, you got to go to jail. Like it's like not even a question.
Right.
And I'll take it.
It's an honor killing.
And I'll take it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'll take it. But
I think I don't know. Maybe I'd be an eye for an eye. You take something from me, I'm gonna take something valuable from you.
If someone steals from you, should they get their hands chopped off?
You know what I mean? I'm an eye for an eye. You know, take something from me, I'm gonna take
but the eye for an eye makes
eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm. It's the pound of flesh.
Pound of flesh. How much flesh is there?
You know, because as much as you hurt me, I'm gonna make you suffer and hurt just as much as you did to
me.
If I'm gonna come for you.
But if you have somebody like this guy that truly doesn't give a shit.
Honestly, in this situation,
everybody
Where do you stand?
They
We're just
but you know what? Everybody has something that they care
Everybody
about.
has
I
a
don't
weakness.
care.
That's true.
Everybody has one weakness. I'm gonna find out what it is. I'll make you hurt, and I'm
And I'm
gonna
pressing
do
on
it.
it.
It'll be to the
You know.
pay, like Princess Bride. You
Right.
know, how at the end of Princess Bride, he's like, "No, you're not. I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to cut off your nose first, and then, but I'm going to leave your
Yeah.
ears so you can see hear the
So you
shrieks
can
of the
hear the
children."
screams of children.
Or like in House of the Dragon, when you told me which son you wanted to die, and
Oh.
I choose the other one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
that too. Oh, did you see? I have a Targaryen shot glass tonight.
Oh,
Woo!
Fire and
Nice.
Blood.
Love that.
Fire and Blood.
Yes,
I've always
Nice.
been hashtag
fire and blood.
Targaryen.
Yes.
I have to tell you about my.
No, you told
Are
me
you doing
about it.
are you doing what I do?
What?
This. Oh, like this. All right. Don't make it weird.
I'm sorry, we've been together for a really long time. You turn
Right.
into
So
the
you just
person
like
you
mimic
want
people.
You guys are so cute. I
What
love
if
you
I grow
guys.
a beard
So
now?
cute.
I dare you to
Well-
fucking grow a beard. I fucking dare you. Do it.
and get like a really deep.
Anyway, so
This has been
women have
an
been sending.
amazing-
Last thing, I'm sorry to cut you off. Women have been
No worries.
sending letters to Florida judges begging him to spare the life of heavily tattooed convicted killer and brutal murderer. Women have been like you all three
Y'all.
got the pen and the stationery at Sears or whatever, and they're fucking making.
No.
Sending Santa Claus. It's like sending Santa
Yeah,
Claus
like-
your letter.
Please show me the pictures.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want for
And when
Christmas.
was the last time that somebody touched their boobs?
Let me see if there's even a. I wonder if
don't
there's even
even
a letter.
know.
A
Who even
letter.
writes
Trying to find
letters?
that. Trying to find that. Okay, let's see.
Why?
uh,
though? I mean,
Well, because it's bad boys. Guys, don't act like you don't fucking like them now.
no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I
Hold
like
on,
bad
hold
boys.
on,
I
hold
don't
on.
like fucking.
I used to like the bad boy. I don't now. I realize that's fucking. It gets me hurt. I also.
He's too bad now.
No. I used to like bad boys, and then I realized no, not so
No.
much.
They
No,
treat you
they
like
always
assholes.
get me hurt.
They're assholes.
They are, and I don't need an asshole.
Thank you. I got one of my own.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, Allie, this is why I love you.
You got, so, in an effort to persuade people from him away from the death penalty,
3 women.
yeah. So
But he's
3
also
women-
incarcerated, and he can't hurt them. So there's a
Exactly.
safety with him being in jail.
the point I was
And they're
working
also
for.
Captain Save a Hole. A whore?
Right.
Save a
Whatever.
hole.
And
I
Save a
know.
Hole sounds
Maybe their
fun.
hole is to be saved.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Save me with a vicious pounding.
Wow.
With regards to Wade Wilson's case, it appears that
Vicious.
it's clearly documented that Wilson suffers from mental health issues that appear to be severely aggravated by the use of drugs. So,
Duh.
yeah, no shit. You mean gas burns?
But I have a question. What person that is incarcerated does not have mental health issues?
I know, right?
I don't know. A lot of them.
I mean,
Duh.
hello, hi. I mean,
I'm trying to find the women here. I'm sorry, guys.
Psychopath?
All right.
Here we go.
Here I am.
One woman. Wait, the women, guys, the women.
The women.
Jeez, one woman.
I've got how many as of June 12th? How many people have sent him photos, requests, and all that?
That's what I'm saying. Right. So, advocated for Wilson's life spared, saying her son was murdered August 2023. Even in such a grievous case, I advocate for the life of imprisonment rather than the death penalty as most just and humane resolution. This all kind of ties together. One woman, Heidi Cox, appeared to know Wilson, according to her correspondence. As someone who cares unconditionally for Wade, I deeply reflected on the gravity of the situation and the impact of the decision. So people are advocating, and some people are just, they want to get their canoe wet. I think they're going to get their canoe wet.
I think
All
that's correct.
Let me show you this.
But they're not gonna.
Their
He's not
canoe's
gonna get a
gonna be wet.
conjugal visit.
He's not going to get a conjugal, not in the
No, he's not gonna fucking.
He's not
get
even
a
married.
conjugal. No, that's what I'm saying. They can even if they did.
Yes. Look,
All right. I want to share this with you guys.
yes.
Yes.
There it is. Coogie Woogies.
Who's that?
Probably one of the
Her name's Cookie Woogies?
From the outside. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says that Wade Wilson has received 3,903 messages
3,000?
since June 12th of this year. And that happens to be the
That's a
same
month.
day he was convicted of killing Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz. Deputies say he's accepted 279 requests for communication, 754 pictures. The sheriff's office had to
But he dresses really nice.
of those pictures. let's just say that they were inappropriate. He also got 65 letters. Now, Wilson's going to be sentenced on July 23rd.
That was 65 nuts he gets to
Here's the
drop.
problem. His attorneys have filed a motion either asking for a new trial or an acquittal of Christine Melton's murder and 2 other charges.
Why?
Wilson's receiving an
So that's the
intense favor
23rd. That
Is next week.
is next week. So stay tuned for
we'll have updates.
Updates on this one.
Now that I know the true dates, now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how Ellie's like, I fucking told you, bitch.
Here it is. Here it is. 4,000 messages and 754 photos, 65 letters in the mail in total. 4,000 messages. Each one of those is a in jail. That's a nut. That's a whole ass nut.
People
Online,
spend money on sending messages.
of course.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
163 photos of
People
inappropriate.
are using their money.
A sheriff's spokesman said inappropriate as classed as sexual organs,
Sexual organs.
content that is deemed
Organs.
indecent or controversial. Oh my God.
Organ.
I mean, people
What are
are.
they sending uteruses?
Yeah, send it up. I'm gonna send you a sonogram. I'm gonna send you a sonogram of my womb. That's the fucking tightest fucking ass. Like, you know, like it's fucking. Look how tight this shit is, boo boo.
Look at this shit.
Shit, I want you to splack me hard in my womb.
Jesus.
Black?
It's black.
Jesus. Well, this has been an amazing 2 hours with such a wonderful couple too. Thank you, Allie, for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much.
Yes.
Will you do this? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Will you do this again with us?
I will.
Huh?
I told you they'll tell me what to
Once
do.
you forget there's 400 people watching you, you don't care, right?
400 people are watching.
No. We've got like 6 right now. So Allie, will you do it again?
Yes.
Okay.
We'd
Thank you.
love to have you back.
I love your
We'll let you
I love
pick
your
next one.
perspective.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And Sam, I know
Very-
you have a podcast coming up here next Wednesday. Where can they find you at?
Yes, it is the Married Couple Podcast with underscores in between. We do How Was Your Day every Wednesday night. I tell dumb news stories, not as serious as this. Usually it's stupid criminals and things we can laugh at. Like this last week, the guy who attempted the assassination on Reagan after Trump got attempted to be assassinated. He goes, "We should not go to violence," which was very ironic. So shit like that. No, I don't typically do anything political, but that was hilarious, so I had to pull that.
Very good. Very good.
But we do news stories. Dave does a top 10. He did cameos in movies that you didn't really expect or the best ones. That was a really good one. But upcoming, I don't know what we're doing. We kind of wing it every week, but it's kind of a
You had a good plan there for a while, but
no, AC says it's a variety show, right?
yeah, it's a variety show. It really is. It's the closest thing to a variety show that you
I
can.
love it.
Yeah,
I listen
it's
to
really
it.
fun. And we love to do it. It's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. And that would be 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. Math is hard.
You can find me here on the Roses Are Red podcast.
Yes. And we have another show on Monday that we did. Please, guys, stay tuned. It's an
It's a
amazing
good one.
show. There's a lot of
This
updates
Monday's gonna be
on
nice.
Monday's
Yeah,
gonna be
It
good.
was a great
Yeah.
show. I laughed my ass
It
off.
was me
I
too.
heard him. I heard him. I was like,
I told Dave, I'm
I
like,
came
we have
downstairs, I
to
was like,
watch it.
Oh, fucking great show, man. That was great.
I know, I did that too.
Yeah, like
I was like, we gotta do this. We gotta watch it live.
you're my new employee.
lots of
You got
updates.
promoted.
So please stay tuned for Monday nights at 7. I want to say 8 o'clock Pacific.
9
no,
p.m.
East-
Central.
9 p.m. Central. Damn it. One of
10
these days I'm
p.m.
going to get them right.
time is hard. Time
Right?
Times
Time
is
is
hard.
hard.
Dates is
Um,
hard.
Times are hard.
But our only
Oh,
live stream is on Friday. The only time we ever
Yes.
do a live stream is
And this
Friday.
is-
And that's easy to remember.
This is our
Yeah.
first live stream that I've been back in my home studio. Thank goodness.
yes.
It's been a couple weeks because I couldn't do last week due to a funeral, but I'm
right.
so happy to be back with all the things because it was really tough to do with limited things.
Yes.
I get that.
It
But your
was.
dedication is outstanding laying
you.
in a bed doing this fucking podcast with us.
I mean, it was pretty fucking cool.
It was tight.
Yeah.
That headboard was fucking
It was pretty awesome. And then
It
I
was
had,
tufted.
yeah, it was very tufted.
Absolutely. And thank you everybody for joining us. And if you guys have a
Thanks,
story
everyone.
or a
Thanks for having me.
cocktail that you want to share with us, something that let us know. Send us a message on Instagram or I don't know if you can do it here on YouTube, maybe,
Yeah,
but
just comment on one of our videos. Hey,
Yeah.
I'd like you to do this.
I drink Gatorade. I drink red Gatorade and vodka.
yeah,
Whatever.
definitely. So, but thank you everyone for joining us. Allie, thank you so much for being
We're
a
so blessed.
host here. We are so blessed that
Have a
you
great
came
time.
on and so happy. So
Yes.
can't wait. And I can't wait for Deadpool to join us too soon, hopefully.
I know.
With the hair.
I
Right?
know, it was
Hair and
Hair's
all.
up.
She's Becky with the good hair.
So good night, everyone. Thank you
Good
for
night,
joining us.
everyone.
We'll see you Monday night. Bye.
Bye.
Monday night. That show was so dope.
It is.
That was so good.
It was so good.
So good.
Good.